Oh, yeah, y'all. We had a game last night. We had a hell of a game. The Houston Rockets outlasted the big, bad Boston Celtics and ended up winning on an Amen Thompson game winner. They won by a score of 114-112 behind career nights from Amen Thompson, behind career nights from Dillon Brooks. Yes, Amen Thompson and Dillon Brooks put the Rockets on their backs and defeated the defending champion Boston Celtics. Amen Thompson has finally arrived, y'all, and I can't wait to talk about how we feel about him. But he had a career high with 33 points. He had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block, and he hit the game winner to give the Houston Rockets the win. Also, Dillon Brooks had a career high too. 36 points, including 10 three-pointers made. He went 10 for 15. But, fellas, I want you guys to talk to me about this game and how you feel about the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics, too. Mars, you are the resident Houston Rockets fan, so we're going to kick it off with you. How you feeling about your boys?
I think the last, 3 games, Cleveland, Boston.
One more time.
Cleveland, Boston. The last 3 games. We ignore that we lost to the Pistons right before that. We'll ignore that.
They don't suck neither, Maul. So don't do that. Okay.
We should have won the game. We just didn't show up. But the last 3 games have been really great. They've been close games where we've had to close teams out. We had to come back last night against the Celtics. We had to come back, I think, the first game in Cleveland. And then we had to hold off a comeback from the Cavs in the second game. And we ended up winning all games by a combined margin of 7 points, I think. So a young team like we are being able to close out really, really good teams is encouraging. Now, obviously, Dillon Brooks is not going to have the best game of his career offensively every single time you play a team like Boston. But when you need a win and Jalen Green gets hit in the face in the first quarter and can't see for the rest of the game, sometimes you need someone who you don't expect to have a great game, and that's what Dillon Brooks did. So shout out to Dillon Brooks. Amen Thompson. I don't know if there's anything I can say that I haven't said already about Amen Thompson. And I'm not going to just start glazing and start saying, oh, I told you guys, Magic Johnson with athleticism. He's not Magic Johnson with athleticism. But what I do think is, and I think I've said this before, at worst, in my opinion, he is what Ben Simmons was supposed to be.
I literally just heard that today. I did. Heard
that's what I think he is. At worst, I think he's what Ben Simmons was.
Ben Simmons was never going to be this good.
Yes, he was, Ron. He was on the all.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with Ron because I thought Ben Simmons was a special prospect, and I think a lot of things went wrong. But I think what Ben Simmons was supposed to be is what Amen Thompson is going to be.
The only reason why I'm saying this, Mars, is because if Amen Thompson would have went to LSU and we would have got to see a whole 30-game college season, I promise you we will be talking about him like Ben or even better than Ben. We just seen him in OTE and everybody wrote it off like, oh, he's running around with a bunch of high school kids and this, that, and the third. If he would have went and played in the SEC for 30 games, ACC, Pac-12, Big Ten, I promise you, we will be singing the men's praises, and it will be a whole. We wouldn't even need to be doing this because everybody would already be on board.
But Ron, why does it make a difference when we singing his praises? I mean, sure, he came out of the OTE, and it wasn't really a touted league, but it was obvious watching him from an athleticism skill point, from an IQ skill point. Watching him, he's a quick study. He looks like he knows the game, and athletically, he can compete with anybody on any level.
If it was obvious, why was I up here fighting with you guys?
Because Amen is one of them kids that Penn was talking about. Amen is one of those kids that not exactly what Penn was talking about, but along those lines. Where going to college might have been bad for him. You know what I'm saying? Going this route.
That's the case, that would have been that for Ben Simmons.
Not because he's too good to go to college, but because if he would have went to college, a lot of his faults would have been displayed.
They might have screwed him up.
And they might have screwed him up. Not even that. It's just that a lot of his flaws would have been spotlighted in college, whereas he was able to rely on athleticism and get to the league to where he can develop to the player that he's supposed to be. Now, I think that Amen Thompson is a very good young player. I still got some of the same concerns, but I still think he's a very good player. I think he's a championship level role player, a very important piece to a championship team. I think that he's going to be good. I think he's going to have a solid career, but I just don't think he's a superstar you want me to think he is, Ron.
Can I clarify something real quick?
Go ahead, Mars.
I got a bit ahead of myself. He's not at worst what Ben Simmons was supposed to be, because what Ben Simmons was supposed to be, at least in my mind, was one of the 10 best players in the league. I'm not saying at worst Amen Thompson is one of the 10 best players in the league.
Why,
dominating without a jump shot? I don't think that's at worst. Because a worst case outcome, saying someone's worst case outcome is one of the 10 best players in the sport, I think that's just wrong for like anyone really. Like unless like Wemby.
If you look,
worst case scenario is never meant to be that good. Worst case scenario is meant to be if everything goes wrong. That means Amen Thompson right now, because this is the worst case scenario, what he is right now, assuming he never gets better. This isn't what Ben Simmons was supposed to be right now. So I was wrong to say that. I'm not saying he's what
I don't know if you're wrong to say that, Mars. And the reason
is right now Amen Thompson as good as Ben Simmons was supposed to be.
As of today?
Yes, as of today.
No.
Then I'm wrong, because this is the worst he's going to be. And if right now he's not what Ben Simmons was, then I'm wrong to say at worst he's Ben Simmons, what Ben Simmons was supposed to be. Because if he never gets better, this is the worst case scenario. And he's not Ben Simmons. So I want to clarify that.
Okay.
I'm wrong to say that. But what I am going to rephrase it to be is right now, Amen Thompson is a championship level player. That doesn't mean he's going to be your best player on a championship team. But on any team that's able to contend, any team that's building a contender, Amen Thompson helps that team, no matter who they are. If that's the Boston Celtics, if that's the Dallas Mavericks, if that's the Houston Rockets, if they're trying to build a contender.
Sure.
Amen Thompson does not hurt championship equity. He does not make your team further away from the goal of a championship. That is extremely valuable to have, especially as a second-year player. And in my opinion, he can only get better. His handle can only get better. His jump shot can only get better. His decision-making can only get better. He's already one of the best rebounders in the sport for a wing. He's already one of the best downhill threats in the league as a wing. He's already one of the best finishers in the league as a wing. He's already one of the best passers in the league for a wing. He's already one of the best wing defenders in the NBA. The sky is the limit, in my opinion. The sky is the limit.
So the stuff that we can teach him, he's got the skill set to improve on that stuff. He's not one of those guys who, this guy's only going to be this good as a shooter because his mechanics, we can't fix that. This guy is only going to be this good as a defender because athletically, he just can't compete at that level. That's not the case with Amen Thompson. And Mars, it's okay to take it there with this kid. I'm looking at this kid, and if I'm being honest with you, I think we can win it with him. This is my lead guard. And I don't think this year, I'm not going to go that far and say this year, but I think we can win it with him as our lead guard. I'm not drafting a point guard. I'm not looking for a lead guard in the draft or in free agency. I told you this yesterday, Mars. Everything that's necessary in order for him to be a great lead guard in the game, he has it. The skill set is there. The IQ is there. All the stuff, it just needs to be honed. I'm watching him do things yesterday, like take a big to the basket in the meat and potatoes of the game instead of looking away and giving the ball to somebody else. That's not something that you can teach. That's instinct, especially for a young player. That's instinct when you get the ball on the baseline and you got a slower cornet coming to you, and then I go past him, and then I shot fake in the paint, and then I get a bucket to win the game. Or when I got maybe it's me, but I feel like Jaylen Brown just looks smaller than Amen Thompson. I don't know if it's me, but he just looks smaller than him. Amen Thompson just looks bigger than him. Maybe it's me.
I think Amen got an inch on him. I want to say at least.
I think Amen is bigger than him.
And it's not just from a height standpoint. He just looks more physical than Jaylen Brown, more than anything. And getting downhill, that's instinct. I'm taking this guy to the basket and I'm scoring, and the game's going to be over with me. And I still think he's at a point where he doesn't know how to play yet, but he has all the things necessary. That's where I think he is, Ron. I think he's at a point where he doesn't know how to play yet, and I think that all the things necessary for him to be great, I think he has them. It's just a matter of teaching him how to hone those things. And him being in Houston, I don't think Ime Udoka is a bridge coach. I think he's the guy that can get him to the next level. And I think he can get this unit to the next level. I thought he did a great job last night with that game plan. Blitzing Jason Tatum, giving him different looks, getting the ball out of Jason Tatum's hands. Because he knows, take the ball out of Jason Tatum's hands when you blitz him, he's not going to come back and get the ball. He's going to watch. And what's going to happen is that offense is going to get thrown off, which is what happened yesterday. And they got thrown out of rhythm. I thought he had a great game plan. Great.
Yeah, that was actually one of the layers to the game, is obviously Ime Udoka going back to Boston, coaching against his former team, his former guys and stuff like that. And how Chill said, nobody knows players like their former coach. So that was a cool part. I do want to what's going on, Johnny? How you living?
Peace and blessing, fellas. Thank you for having me on again. Glad to be here. Great conversation. Peace and blessings. Shout out to all you guys.
The GOAT King James is in the building, y'all. Like the video.
Peace, Chill. What's good, Mars? What's good, Ox? What's good, Ron? What's good, fellas?
What's up? Cheese sent through 250 SAR. He sent through 250 SARs. And essentially, he said, Amen FC, we up. That boy really special.
Mars, you turned me on to him. Because this OTE thing, I wasn't a fan of it. I thought it was shtick. I thought that a lot of these players were just exactly that. They were playground guys who didn't really know how to play the game. And I felt like these two kids, they were going to make or break OTE. Because if they come in the league and they flop, OTE was a joke. But if they come in and they do what Amen Thompson and Asor Thompson are doing, that gives the league credibility. And you're the one who turned me on to this kid, Amen Thompson. And I've been watching him. The more I watch him, I think you got your league guard of the future, Mars. I do.
Chill. You saying Mars turned you on to him, which I'm not saying that that's not true. You guys don't remember the episode where it was me fighting against all of you guys? You don't remember that episode?
I don't remember that episode.
When I was telling you guys athletically.
About John Wall?
Yeah, but I said it worse. He would be John Wall.
You did say that.
Remember? Remember?
Yes, you did.
And
what is I said Magic Johnson with athleticism. Yes.
And what? All right, so we both turned everybody on. But but what do we not kind of look like? Do we not kind of when he get that ball?
I don't think he's a playing guard. That's where I guess I just disagree.
No, Mars. This is what I want to clarify. Okay, this is what I want to clarify. What is the league guard today? The league guard isn't Stockton. The league guard isn't Magic, right? The league guard isn't John Wall. The league guard is more score, get guys involved, play some defense, make good decisions. The league guard isn't just the guy that's kind of like when I look.
And the only thing he does better at that than John Wall is play defense. So I'm just trying to get like let's move. But the other stuff he does, John Wall does miles better than him. So let's stop comparing him to John Wall.
That's the same argument you're giving over a bunch of other people.
But he's not Scottie Pippen. So let's stop.
Am I off to think that he kind of like a Ron Artest? I mean, that's what I see in him more than anything.
That's what
I see a Ron Artest in him.
I've heard Ron Artest comparisons.
I see Scottie Pippen.
I don't see him as a lead guard, but I do see him as I guess what you guys call a point of attack defender. I see him guarding lead guards. You see what I'm saying? Playing that position like that. Yeah, that's what you know what I'm saying. But as far as offensively, he has the ability to play the perimeter and the interior. And he has that physicality that you can see in him. And like you said, he has that intelligence. You can see it is very early in his game style and his gameplay. And he has the right coach and the game and the team to do it as well to help him develop. So I see a lot of Ron Artest in him.
Jay, what's the difference between him and Cade Cunningham today? When you watch Cade and you watch him what's the difference between them?
Cade Cunningham's a way better ball facilitator point guard. He's a true lead guard.
Sure.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, he's not, his responsibility is not to score. Defensively, we see Amen Thompson, like that's elite. Like we see that defensively, we see that right now. We haven't the leash is still on him on that team. You see what I'm saying? So we really don't know what he can be offensively, but he has the tool. He has to get better from the perimeter. He's not shooting too well from the 3-point line, but he still makes good decisions shooting the ball. That shot he took last night, like you said, the way they were trying to switch, because remember they took KP off the floor because he was in foul trouble. So they took the take foul, and then I don't know who the big man is on Boston, the big white. Cornette was trying to switch with Jaylen Brown, and they got caught off balance, and he went right at him, and he got that shot off, and it was brilliant. So again, he has the offensive ability, right? We see it there, but we haven't seen it in full potential yet. Which is, like you said, he's only in his second season. So
that's what I was.
Y'all know, you know who he is, right, Chill? Now I need y'all to use your imagination with me. Use to open your minds. Use your third eye. Use your imagination. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Amen Thompson is like a mixture of Dennis Rodman and Leandro Barbosa.
Young Dennis.
He like a mixture of Dennis Rodman and Leandro Barbosa.
You talking about young Dennis, right? Detroit.
Barbosa had that quickness, though. You talking about offensively for Barbosa?
Dennis Rodman was two different people, though. The Bulls.
No, you mean Dennis Rodman defensively. You mean Rodman defensively, but Barbosa offensively? Is that what you mean?
Just a mix. Just a complete
all
mix
together, just players. A mixture of them?
A complete mix of these players. You know what I'm saying? A mix of Dennis Rodman and Leandro Barbosa. Super fast, super aggressive, you know, good instincts, you know, rebounds the ball, plays great defense. You know what I mean? He's just a mix of those two dudes, and that's a hell of a basketball player.
Yeah,
the reason why,
that's all right, Ox, but respectfully, that's not enough.
So Jay, the reason why
too much, Ron.
Jay, the reason why I brought up Cade is because Cade is what he is today. What is he, third? I think he's third in the league in assists, something like that. I think he's in the top 10 in the league in scoring, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm in year 2, he wasn't that. In Detroit, they taught him how to play league guard.
He got hurt. So
well, he did. He got hurt. He had a calf injury. But when I say teaching somebody how to play, it's not just get them on the court. No, they have to learn, watch film, understand spacing, understand where to be on the floor. They actually taught. He didn't just become this great. He didn't just become this player that he is today. No. They taught him how to play league guard. That's what I'm thinking about with Amen Thompson. And I'm thinking about that strictly from upstairs because I see all the athleticism. I see how he is as a playmaker. I see how he can be as a passer. I brought up Cade because when I look at Cade in year 1, year 2, Cade wasn't any of these things. But Cade got better as time went on because Detroit was teaching him how to play league guard. I feel the same way about Amen Thompson. You teach this kid how to play league guard, I think he's going to be one of the better league guards in the game, like what Cade is today. Is he the same player as Cade? No, but when I watch him, he reminds me more of Scottie Pippen when I watch him.
Who wasn't a point guard?
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Miles, because Scottie Pippen was a point forward.
Okay, so let Amen be a point forward.
Okay, well. When I think about point guard,
just let
I think they live in the same. They might not live in the same house.
You think Mars? You think he has that ball facilitation ability? You think he can do that? He can lead the team and
not to be a point guard, but to be.
I mean, just saying, get about five or six assists per game.
Yeah, to be like a secondary playmaker, to be someone who handles the ball in transition and gets guys involved, who makes driving kicks. Yeah, he can do that. But you have him running pick and rolls, and you have him at the top of the key handling them. That's not going to be his. He right now, and I don't see this changing. He's not going to create advantages out of pick and roll because, quite frankly, teams just are going to keep going under. But it's going to make him a driver because he's so fast he can get downhill. But you don't optimize Amen Thompson by having him as a pick and roll ball handler. That's why we drafted Reed Shepard.
In transition, you're saying in transition though. But you're saying in transition.
Amen Thompson. But he already does that in transition. He's the one who grabs and goes because he gets like 26 rebounds. So he grabs and goes, and he's the one attacking all of that. But in the half court, that's what Reed Shepard was drafted to be. Reed Shepard was meant to be the point guard. He's the one who can run pick and rolls. He can shoot out pick and rolls. He can pass. And then if you have the ball in transition, now he's he's filling the lanes on the 3.
Sure.
And Amen Thompson's going. I just think he's a point forward. I think the mistake the Sixers made with Ben Simmons was they made him a point guard. I think Ben Simmons was a point forward. They drafted Markel. It was meant to be Markel at the 1. And Ben Simmons is a point forward. Markel gets hurt. They move Ben Simmons to the 1. And I think all of his flaws come out as a point guard because you're now putting the ball in some. Ben Simmons is worse than Amen offensively, in my opinion, for the simple reason he was less aggressive. So that's where I think there's a difference. Amen Thompson is a lot more aggressive as a scorer. So that's a difference. But with Ben Simmons putting the ball in his hands and teams recognizing he's not a threat to do anything outside of 6 feet, you limit your offense doing that. Amen Thompson can play off the ball better than Ben Simmons could, but you didn't get to see that with Ben Simmons because they just kept putting the ball in his hands. I think you run into similar problems if you do the same thing with Amen Thompson. He's also just not that good of a ball handler. So
but to touch on what you were saying, though, Chill, about the Cade Cunningham comparison. Remember, you and I talked about how players have to adapt to the pace of the NBA. and how the physicality and holding your balance and keeping your balance depending on what you're doing on the court. I think that Amen Thompson adapted to the NBA pace quicker than Cade Cunningham did, and that takes time for some players because you're not used to the physicality, including the pace and the quickness. Because the thing about the NBA players is they're allowed to keep their speed and agility while dealing with physicality and the same pace. That's what people always tell you the difference between playing an NBA player or just playing in a rec center against other guys who play college ball or semi-pro. So I think again, what I see from Amen Thompson is the physicality. He is ready physically. You're not pushing him around. He knows how to get his angles. I think, like I said, Cade Cunningham is just quicker. You know what I mean? I don't think he has that kind of athleticism, but he knows how to use his physicality plus his quickness together and adapt it to the game today. Now he's ready.
With what you just said, I think that one of the main reasons why he was able to adapt that because of his athleticism. I don't think Cade Cunningham had the athleticism that Amen Thompson had coming in. And I want to go back to what Mars just said about him navigating pick and rolls, pick and pop. Well, one of the things that Amen does differently this year than he did last year, well, he's looking at the basket a lot more. One, at the long ball line, and not just at the long ball line. He's looking to shoot more. So that's something that I feel like that he can improve on as time goes on. So we can teach him how to navigate screens. We can teach him how to pick and pop. We can teach him how to we can teach him how to knock down that 17-footer. Now, if guys go under screens, okay, sure, guys can go under screens. I watched Jamal Murray become an assassin 17, 18 feet. And Jay, I know how you feel about the mid-range jump shot. I do. But I feel like if we can put if we can put that in Amen Thompson's game where he can be effective 17, 18 feet, considering how good he is getting downhill and how smart he is and how physical he is, how much more that opens up the offense. I don't need him to be a knockdown long ball shooter. I do not need that.
I mean, it's not easy to just become a good shooter in general. Like,
no, it's not.
Jamal Murray's one of the best mid-range players in the league. It's not like,
100.
oh, just put that in his game. Like, I wish we could.
I'm not saying that we're putting it in his game right now, but we are going to put it in his game as time goes on. Again, remember, this kid is 20 years old.
Why doesn't everyone just develop into elite mid-range shooters then? If it's just that easy,
I didn't say it was that easy.
In 5 years, and he's just going to become an elite mid-range.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Mars. And I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of guys don't have what Amen Thompson has. A lot of guys don't have his athleticism. A lot of guys don't have his. A lot of guys don't have his skill set. When I watch him look at the long ball line this year, as opposed to last year, when he would only look at it when the shot clock was running down, or when he was in transition and it was a bad shot, he's getting much better shots this year. He's a lot smarter. I feel like as time goes on, we can implement more of those skills into enhancing his game, like coming off screens and looking at the basket 17 feet, like coming off screens and faking and getting downhill. Things like that I feel like can work with him as opposed to with other people because, one, he has the athleticism, and I think the skill set is there too.
But does it work with Houston's offense and what they're trying to do as good as they're
playing? But that's the thing, though, Jay. I'm glad you brought that up. When you have players like Amen Thompson, you change your offense to be conducive. That's what Denver did with Joker. That's exactly what Denver did with Joker. They changed that offense to be conducive to Joker's skill set. And I feel like the same thing happens with guys like Amen Thompson.
I don't know, Chill. I don't know if you changed the offense for Amen Thompson, to be honest with you. I think you just let him, like, I think Mars was cooking when he said let him just play like point forward. Like, I don't think you need him to be a point guard. Like, and he's right, 100%. The same concept that happened with Ben Simmons. Oh, we so fascinated by what he does in spurts. Let's make that his new normal. Like, no, let's just let him play point forward, let him scrap and do the things he's supposed to do, and let's build a team that, that's conducive to what he does and what, he's good for what the team does. So I don't think you need to just put the ball in Amen Thompson's hands and say, Amen, we want you to be our franchise point guard. I don't think it's necessary. Just let Amen do what he's supposed to do. Like, it's just leave it alone. It's working. Why?
I do agree with you, Jordan. But also, like, encourage men to be as aggressive as possible.
Oh, I have no problem with that.
You guys let me know if I'm tripping. But last night I watched the Houston Rockets play against the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Şengün, Jalen Green, Drew Holiday, Derek White, and Al Horford were out. But let me know if I'm wrong. Amen Thompson was the best player on the floor last night.
Easily.
Yeah.
He was clearly by far. I'm watching Amen Thompson pick up Peyton Pritchard full court. I think he ripped him one time. Almost ripped him a couple other times. I'm
Box
watching him
Jason
have
Tatum up.
Jason Tatum in
Box Jason
jail.
Tatum up.
I'm watching
Block
him
Drew
get to the
Holiday
rim
on a
and
three
win.
in the clutch. Like
Yep.
he was doing
Box
everything.
Jason Tatum
And also, too, we're seeing the touch from him in. Like, yeah, he might not be shooting a three. I think he did make a three, but he might not be shooting a three. He might not be shooting mid ranges. But we're watching him get into the paint.
That floater.
It's not
the
necessary
floater.
for him to do all of that, Ron.
We've seen the
It's not
game winner.
necessary for him to do it.
He get into that sweet spot in the key right there by the hoop, and that's a hard shot to make. A fall away right there.
He's added that this year. Like that Euro step floater, like that's like
pretty
much bread and butter right now.
And then, remember the shot he hit over Porzingis?
That was ridiculous. Right?
Yeah, that was
I'm still a
crazy.
Jalen Green guy though. Jalen Green showed me some things last night too that makes me continually think why I love this kid too.
With a patch on his eye, by the way. With a patch on his eye.
He was making some good decisions as a passer and playmaker, especially considering he didn't have
he has the ability to switch directions with the ball. It's like it's futuristic. Jalen Green is that dude.
To Jordan's point though, I agree with that. Like that's what I was saying. The men's one of them players, you don't gotta run offense for him, and you don't gotta put him in to initiate the offense. He's gonna be productive regardless. He's one of them dudes that's gonna make hustle plays. He's gonna get fast break points. He's gonna get major rebounds, offensive and defensive. He's gonna make big plays without being a part of the offense. Not saying that you just stick him in the corner, but you know what I'm saying, you don't have to find shots for him. Amen Thompson's one of them dudes that can average 7 points and be super productive. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those type of players. That's why I say he is a championship level role player. That's not a disrespectful statement. That's not me knocking Amen Thompson. If anything, that's me bigging Amen Thompson up. That's what I'm saying. Mars, a championship point guard is just as valuable as a inconsistent star player. You know what I'm saying? If not more.
These guys don't win championships without these role players, bro. Like that's the difference between teams winning championships. It's not the stars that has to show up. Them stars gonna do what they do. It's always been the role players, the ones that like that we I guess you would kind of say look over during the regular season, but in the postseason, boy, them role players got to step up. You got to have an 8-man rotation, and if you got maybe you can only play 7, you probably gonna lose. Like if you can only count on 6,
Jordan, you
7
said
guys,
that. You said them star players, they always gonna show up. Amen Thompson, one of them dudes that when your star player don't show up, you good. Like, it's all right. Amen gonna win you 2 games out of a series.
He's just impactful, and like the jump shot is still not good, but him adding the floater and stuff, so like he's still effective away from the rim, like in the paint and stuff. That's extremely valuable. His Euro step is amazing. It's like his go-to move at this point. But like in terms of the three, like not much has changed. Like what has happened is now he just shoots corner threes instead of above the break threes. Like that's really what has happened. Ime Udoka decided, we can't shoot, so the only threes you're really going to shoot are in the corners. He's shooting like 34%.
For right now.
For now. Okay. We'll see what the future holds.
He's
shooting like 34% from 3 in the corners. He's shooting 6% on above the break threes. Like he can't shoot. Like he still can't shoot, and that's fine.
Form is jacked up.
That's probably not going to happen.
Like I'm not projecting that he's going to become a shooter. Like if he's able to make 38% of corner threes, I think you've won. That's a high end outcome for me. Like the jump shot is probably just never going to be good. But when you're this athletic and you're able to get to the rim and get into the paint whenever you want, and you pass as well as he does, and you're as good defensively as he is, like he can get you 18 without, like Ox said, without doing anything for him. Like 6 points in transition, 4 free throws. You're gonna get a putback. Now you're at 12 points. Then he's gonna cut from the baseline 2 times. That's an extra 4 points. You're now at 16 points, and all you've done is do nothing. He's just playing basketball. He's got 16 points of just transition putbacks and cuts.
I heard Lenny.
Like, it's very easy for him to just be impactful. And then defensively, he's, in my opinion, the best wing defender in the sport. So very, very good.
I heard Lenny Wilkins say Scottie Pippen can get 5 points and dominate the game. That's what you just said, Ox. That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like to me when I hear a guy who can be that effective without having to score as much. But I just feel like he can be, in terms of a shooter, I don't need you to be Mark Price. I just need you to be respectable. That's it. And
it's
I feel like
become respectable.
You know what else is hard, Mars? Just being a pro is hard. But this guy right here, he's got all the tools to be everything that I think he can be. I think he's got all of them. It's like cooking, Mars. All the ingredients is right there. You just got to cook it. It's all there. All of it.
Chill,
Speaking of
the thing with I was gonna take 5 seconds, Ron.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the thing about that, Chill. I think Amen, the difference with him and Scotty is I think Scotty could be that lead guard and you know what I'm saying, facilitate the offense. Another thing too, I think Amen might be able to get to the level of like an older Rajon with the 3 ball. Maybe get to that level where Rajon wasn't shooting it, but if you back off too far, all right, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get to that level, but I don't think that jumper's coming. But go ahead, Ron.
Well, Amen Thompson might not have the jumpers that we're looking for. But on PrizePicks, we can find somebody that does. And as a matter of fact, we're going to do that here in a second. But before we get into all of that, and I give you guys the rundown of how to get some good money on PrizePicks, let me kind of tell you what PrizePicks is and why it's an elite app. Well, first off, you can run your game, control your game, and win your game on PrizePicks. And also, when you play $5, you get $50 back instantly in promo funds. Where else they doing that at? I'll wait. But it only happens when you use promo code PANEL. Now, right now with PrizePicks, they got something sneaky, real sneaky going on. It's called their Big Game Free Pick. And you get this with Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he's slotted to pass for 250 yards in the Super Bowl, but they're giving you a free pick. All he has to do is pass for a yard, and you win that. So, yeah, Patrick Mahomes' pass yards is down 99%. It's discounted at 99%, which is a free pick. So I advise you to take that. Also, it's Tuesday, y'all. So you know what that means. Taco Tuesdays, which means get over to the PrizePicks app. You will find a discounted Taco Tuesday pick to also add to your contest. And, well, it will make for a very good Tuesday for you. Good week, actually. But, y'all, let me go ahead and show you guys firsthand how we get down over here on the panel. Let's go ahead and make it happen.
Jalen Green, less, please. Thank you.
Y'all got a back-to-back?
Yeah, we play in Atlanta. I could be rational and be like, oh, Dyson Daniel. Like, I'm taking the less regardless. But I could say the Dyson Daniels effect. And plus, he can't see.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Chill.
Oh, you ready, Chill?
No, come back to me. Y'all go ahead. Come back to me.
I got this. For you, Jordan, we're going over on RJ Jackson's PRA.
Oh, that's heat.
Ox.
Ron?
Bad decision. I'm letting you know.
Type in Giannis.
He gonna have 16.
Or no, type in Bucks. Type in Bucks.
Ron, do you see what Giannis PRA is today?
Well, just type in the Bucks, and then we'll see. I know they're playing the Blazers, but my thing is he might not play the fourth quarter. But I know Dame's been going crazy. As a matter of fact, I'm for sure going with Dame. They're in Portland tonight. Yeah. Dollar. He back in PDX. Told y'all I was going to find a shooter tonight. Where's his threes? What's his threes?
3.5.
Yes, he did, Mars. He was up there for like 12 years. Just like Kevin Garnett played for the Celtics.
Give me that.
4.5. You want the 4.5 or the 3.5?
4.5.
5.5?
Give me it. Dollar.
Double demon.
You got a triple demon? 8 threes?
No. But they do have a combo threes made with him and Anthony Simons to make 7.
See that. Where that is? Where that is?
Hold on.
That's gonna give us less than the double demon.
Oh, you're right, Mars. What you want, Ron? You want that demon or the combo?
Let's do the combo.
Okay. Right here, 7 made. Anthony Simons.
It's really 8 made, but yeah.
Yeah. You ready, Chill?
Yes, sir. Can I take a look at that Laker 76ers game? Anthony Davis on a back-to-back. He went 40 and 20 last night. I'm thinking
1.5.
That means he's gonna go for 15 and 8 tonight.
I'm gonna be honest. Chill.
Go ahead,
There's one right there for 2 dunks. If you don't take that,
that's what I'm liking that. But whoa.
I ain't taking
we just walked in the club, brother. She nice. Let's hold on for a second.
Chill, but she nice though.
Yes,
like,
she's
you're not
beautiful.
gonna see something
100%.
better than that. Like,
I don't know. Hold on. Go up a little bit high. What's that demon for Anthony Davis? 1.5 threes,
2
maybe?
threes?
No, I don't see him. I don't see him
Get it.
cracking the long ball tonight. I don't.
Nope.
What about James? What James got going on? Let's see what what does James have going on? 32 and a half on rebounds and points. I can see James getting busy tonight. But you know what? I am going to take those dunks for Anthony Davis. Yes, I'm going to take the dunks for Anthony. Whoa. Was that 2.5 threes from James?
That was 2.5 threes on a demon.
All right, look, let's take
right
both.
there.
Let's
Right
take
there.
the threes, and then Chill, you'll take the dunks as your actual pick.
Yes, I will. I'll take the dunks.
Okay.
Yes, I will.
Wait. We're taking this for Brian? 2.5 threes?
Yeah. You don't like that?
He's on a slump. He's on a shooting
God,
slump.
I'm sick of y'all.
De'Aaron Fox was on a slump last night too. Fool.
Bro, I didn't tell you not to take it.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about De'Aaron Fox. He was on a slump, and then all of a sudden, he wake up. And my contest cooked.
Me.
What's 1.5 dunks? That's what I want to know.
That's easy for
AD. All right, we're gonna go ahead and send this through. 20 turns into what?
320.
All right, let's see the picks right quick.
Damn.
What we got?
Some certified flippers.
hey, Jordan, we flipping bread around here, yo.
Man,
we the Los Angeles Flippers.
Yeah, we flipping bread around here, yo.
We got Jalen Green going less than 22.5 points. We'll take it. Andre Jackson Jr., 10.5 PRA. We going more on that tonight. Anthony Simons and Dame Dollar. 8 threes combined. We need him to make that. More. LeBron James, 2.5 threes. Demon pick. More. And AD, after going 40 and 20 last night, all we need you to do is get 2 slam jams, and we hit. This is what we on. 20 turns to 320. Go ahead and send that through. And we'll be back tomorrow to gloat to you guys about
Mars.
Man, are we going to bring up AD and DeMontis last night at all?
It might be a bad pick, Mars.
No, you're not going to. Hold on for a second, Jordan. No, we're not bringing up Domantas Sabonis last night. You know why, Ox? Because it's just another day in the office for 20 and 20. So ain't no reason to talk about Sabonis.
Not just 20 and 20, 22, 21, and 10. This is a regular day.
So, no, we ain't got to talk about Sabonis. No, we ain't got to talk about Sabonis' 20 and 20. Nah, we ain't got to talk about that.
Hey, Mars, all I'm going to say is
went crazy. AD went crazy last night.
30 tonight. He had a bad game last night.
If he has 30 tonight, then guess what? I'm going to come in tomorrow happy. Like, okay.
I'm just saying, he had a bad game last night. He going for 30 tonight, bro.
Man, he shouldn't be playing. He got his wrist taped up, his eye getting punched up.
Oh, he going to play. He's trying to make He's trying to make that
Why
all-star
take days
team.
off, Mars? You got to play. You got to play through that.
He's trying to make that all-star team.
He's played 150 straight games. I think he's
not injured. He's just hurt.
A game or two. I think he could take a game or two.
Hey, he had 150. He had 150 for real.
He had 150 straight games. I think last night was 150.
Oh, salute to Jalen Green. I need to stop being so hard on him. At least he playing.
Yeah, he played 82. He played all 82 last year. He's played the first 45 this year, and he closed out his second year with a bunch of games in a row too. So
oh shit! Shout out Jalen Green. I've been too hard.
That's why I got him on my fantasy team. You know, he always plays.
Yeah, he doesn't miss games.
I like that about him. Dan, that let me get up a little bit more on Jalen Green. Because he at least played.
Oh, yeah. So what? So Zubac had 25 and 16. AD had what, 43 and 22? What was it? DeMontis had 22, 21, and 10. I like the big fellas last night.
Don't leave out the 35 and 18 that was in Salt Lake City last night too. Don't leave that out.
From who?
Yeah. Giannis. Hi, hello. I still play.
What did Jokic have? First of all, what did Jokic have?
Oh, 4, 13, and 14.
You forgot that one too.
Yeah, they lost. So they lost.
Hey, still no. Okay, my bad. I didn't even know. I didn't even know those games happened, John. My bad.
Yeah, that was going on.
Yeah.
I think Joker went 30, 14, and 12. Some goofy.
Yeah, the big fellas wasn't playing last night.
Yes, they was dead ass serious, and Vooch went off last night too.
I hope the Lakers don't steal
Vooch too.
What the Lakers don't get Vooch of it.
Don't forget my boy Tyler Hero went off last night.
He ain't no big.
Yeah, we're
big,
talking
though.
about the bigs right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The bigs. Okay. I just
Mars,
had to put my heat
Mars,
down.
you said that Amen Thompson went 33 and what?
33 and 10. He basically a big, so he counts. 33 and 10.
Yeah.
Here we go with
He a
this.
baby Giannis.
Mhm.
He a baby Giannis.
That's disgusting, Jordan. Lock in. What we doing?
Yeah, let's
Let's
chill
talk
out.
with you.
Yeah.
He a
Well,
baby
with that
Giannis.
one. Yes. This is what I'm talking about, though, Ox. Like, as good as Joker is, and I am not arguing Joker is the best player in the league. You will never hear that from me.
20 and 10.
And the stuff that Joker's doing, we completely leave out. Like I said, Giannis went almost 35 and 20 last night. And like a week ago, yesterday, he went 34 and 16. And we ain't even talking about it. Like it's just like you said about Sabonis, 18, 19, and 7, 22, 20, and 10. And I think Milwaukee has won, if I'm not mistaken. I think Milwaukee has won 9 of their last 11 games. They're rolling right now, too.
Well, chill. We're going to get around to all of
Okay.
these games. And
Mhm.
actually, like, we can watch the games, but I got the best place for you guys to actually watch the games.
Where's that, Ron?
GameTime app. If you don't know about it, then I don't know what you got going on. But let's talk about these NFL games for a second. Yeah, the Super Bowl. You know that heart-pounding, can't feel your face kind of energy when your team's on the field. It's like being a part of a big, chaotic, beautiful family of screaming strangers. And trust me, that's the type of energy and magic that you don't want to miss out on. But hold on right quick, because buying tickets for these type of games, well, that's where things can be a hassle and a circus, unless you've got the GameTime app. You know, this app is like the MVP of ticketing, and it's simply because there's just no competition at all. So let me break it down for you. GameTime makes buying tickets so easy that even a caveman could do it. Y'all remember that? 2 taps on your phone and boom, you were in. You want to see the view of your seat before you buy it? Don't sweat it. They've got it. Don't want to deal with sneaky fees and back-end pricing? Well, they have all-in pricing, which means no surprises. Oh, yeah. And last-minute tickets. Well, GameTime's like, we got y'all up until kickoff. And they even got you after kickoff. If the game's already started and it's the fourth quarter, pull up GameTime and you can still get some good seats. But wait, there's more. The GameTime app guarantees that they've got you covered like a lockdown defender, like Amen Thompson, like, I don't know, whoever your favorite defender is. They can find the cheapest seats possible on the same section and same row. If you find it's a seat that's cheaper, they will credit you 110% of the difference. Did you lose your job? Don't even trip. They'll refund you for the ticket if you lose your job. Who else does that? Is the event canceled? Don't even trip. They'll refund you the tickets. They even have a 24-hour return policies, no question asked. Once again, who does that? GameTime does it because they care about you, the actual fans. So what the heck are you waiting for? Download the GameTime app, create an account, use the code CLNS. Let me spell it out for you. CLNS for $20 off of your first purchase. Terms apply, obviously, but come on, it's $20. That's the first down. Download the GameTime app, last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Now go make some memories with your grandma.
What does CLNS mean?
Cleanse.
Oh,
There you go. But y'all, before we get into these other games, we'll touch down on those. I want to once again talk about the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics. These are two of the best teams in the NBA. And I also want to spotlight Dillon Brooks too, because he was on a heater last night. He had a career high 36 points, went 10 for 15 from 3. How do we feel about Dillon Brooks?
10 for what, Ron?
10 for 15.
10 for 15.
Damn.
He tied a Rockets single game record. James Harden never made 11. Didn't know that.
How many times did James Harden make 10 though? He had to do it like 4 times.
Must have done. Because
I know he never made 11. Yeah. Anything Curry do, he never got to it. That's all it is.
Yeah, but Steph made 13. I was thinking he got 11. Like, damn. But I guess not. James Harden the bum.
I'm going to run
Brown
down
had this
some
to say about Dillon Brooks. He said, nobody would expect Dillon Brooks to hit 10 threes. I think we live with it.
He's right.
And he's right.
I feel the
he's
same
right.
way.
He's right.
Yeah, he's right. If we're gonna lose like that, we'll lose with you cracking the long ball all night. But even though that's a backhand diss, but he's right. I got a question for you guys, and I just want to run this down really quickly because I'm looking at the landscape of the Eastern Conference, right? So Cleveland, is Dillon Brooks a starter on that crew?
Yes.
Boston.
No.
Yep.
No.
How are you gonna start in Boston?
Where?
Drew, Derek White, JT, Jaylen Brown, and Porzingis. He's not starting.
He's not starting in Boston.
No.
I don't know if
How about
I don't know if I want Dillon Brooks coming off the bench. Nothing against Derek White, but I would rather have Derek White off the bench than Dillon Brooks.
I've always thought Derek White was a
I think it
rotation
might
player,
be
but keep
Drew
going.
that'll come off
But-
the bench.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, Dillon
Anyway.
Brooks coming off the bench, like Dillon Brooks. Derek
I
White
just
is
don't
like, I got a lot.
I just don't think Boston would need Dillon Brooks. Like, if he's not starting,
So-
they don't need him.
That's I feel the
Okay.
same. Yeah, I feel
like,
the
just don't
same.
need
I
him.
feel the
Like,
same.
He's not
Yeah.
starting in Boston.
But that ain't the question
Yeah.
he was asking, but I get you, though. I feel you, though.
So, the Knicks.
No.
No.
How about
Yeah,
Milwaukee?
Yeah, he can't start on that team.
Milwaukee.
Yep,
Yeah.
Andre Jackson.
Yeah.
Yep, Andre
Yeah.
Jackson ass.
And
Yeah.
Milwaukee
He
would
did-
love Dillon Brooks.
He'll get Andre Jackson stink man out of there. He'll get him out of there.
Pacers.
Crazy hate. Yeah, he starts on the Pacers.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
They could use
Miami.
Dillon Brooks.
They could really use him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Miami.
Halliburton.
Give us
With everything
anybody.
they got going on at that small forward.
Yeah, give us anybody, please. Yeah, we'll take Dillon Brooks
Yeah,
any
send
day.
us Jimmy. And we
Miami.
good.
It's good. It's good. It's good to see Jovic balling though.
So yes,
Yes.
yes on Miami.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. Miami.
Yes
we
on
don't have
Miami.
a three.
Orlando.
No.
No.
No. They
They're
got
too
Miles
much players.
Boston. They
He
got
can't start
Wagner
over- he can't-
and Banchero. They got
So
Wagner
it's-
and Banchero.
I mean, it would be him and KCP.
KCP.
No.
He
KCP.
started KCP.
Hmm.
You can't put Dillon Brooks at your two guard, no, right? No,
Why
no.
not?
I would.
That would be
That's what
be
I'm saying.
nasty.
Can we
Yeah,
can
that's
we
what I'm
can we move? Because I'm thinking we move Wendell Carter out. We put France at the 5, put Paulo at the 4, and put Dillon.
Oh,
Kind
we
of
can't
small
put
out of
Franz at the
place.
five. Franz like 6'7", 6'8".
No, he's not. Franz 6'10", he ain't no pin.
Not only-
he's like
he's not
6'8".
big. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Franz.
Not only is he
he's not no
6'10",
center.
have I not seen the Oklahoma City Thunder at the top of the Western Conference with J-Dub at the 5?
J-Dub
They
is a
started
much
that
better
Yeah,
run.
out of necessity, not because they
Yeah,
want to.
and,
But they started that run.
they're doing that because they have no other option, not because
Okay.
they want to.
But they've done it, and they've won with it.
Yeah, but
And it's
we're
worked.
not uprooting.
No,
our
they ain't win
top-
that many games
We're not
with it, though.
uprooting our top 3 defense, so Dillon Brooks can start for us.
Start.
Okay, all right. So
Like,
no
he's not
Dillon.
worth that.
Okay, so no Dillon Brooks in Orlando. How about Detroit?
Yes.
Instead of Tobias, yeah, he's starting.
Yes.
I don't know, bro.
Anybody
I don't
can
know,
Well,
start
bro.
over
it's not
Tobias.
just Tobias.
Bro, y'all
though.
better
It's-
stop playing with Tobias.
It's
No, I don't know, bro.
He starts over Malik
I-
Beasley. He starts over Tim Hardaway.
No,
he starts
I don't know
over-
if he started over Malik
But
Beasley either.
Malik.
Yes, he starts over Malik.
I ain't
No.
gonna
So
lie.
Malik
Dillon Brooks-
start what?
Malik
starts
Beasley.
over
Malik over Dillon Brooks?
They
Yeah.
need
Come
that
on, y'all.
spacing.
No
They
way.
He's a
need
two
that.
guard.
Dillon Brooks provides
No way.
spacing.
Mm-mm.
Malik
Okay,
Beasley
first of
two
all,
guard,
no, the hell
Ron.
he doesn't. And second of all, he doesn't shoot like
That's
Malik
one
Beasley.
game. That's
I'm not.
one
He
game,
doesn't
Ron.
have to shoot like Malik Beasley. Okay,
That's
it's
what
one
they
game,
need. They need
okay, but
that
Dillon
shooting.
Brooks.
That's what they need. They need
Yeah,
that
Dill-
shooting. Detroit needs.
Then they would
Malik
start
Beasley shooting.
together. You act like there's
Okay,
not
that's
two
why I said
weak
it's
positions.
Tobias. That's why I said it's Tobias.
I don't know if I'm starting
I
him
was
over
agreeing
Tobias
with you,
either,
and then
bro.
you said Malik. And
I don't
that's
know if
Malik
why
I'm
I
or
said
starting him over
Tobias.
yeah.
Tobias, bro.
Jordan, get
Dillon starts
Tobias
over
That's
out
the
of
only reason
here.
I'm debating with you right
No,
now. 'cause
I
you
don't
said
think
Malik.
so, bro.
Hey,
I-
I believe
I'm
he
cool.
starts
I-
over
I-
Dillon.
Instead of Tobias, I'm
I
fine.
take-
Yeah, I think I
I'll
could
take
put him
Tobias.
over Tobias.
I want y'all to
I
say
Tobias.
with me.
Mars, I want to go on record, Mars, and say I'm starting you over Tobias, Mars.
See,
I want-
see,
if you
I
want
get
to be technical,
disrespectful.
Malik Beasley like really started starting when Jaden Ivey went down, but like they got better, so like it counts.
So
I don't
again,
know, bro.
and I want you guys to say with me, Atlanta.
Probably. I mean,
Yeah, Risha Shea come off the bench.
yeah, probably. Yeah, it's like
How about in the Bulls?
Yeah.
probably. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it-
so
Yeah.
in the
Josh
Eastern
Giddey?
Conference,
I guess, yeah.
so in the Eastern Conference landscape of the playoff teams, 7 of those teams he's starting on. Okay, so when I move to the West Coast, he's not starting in Oklahoma City. He already starts for the Rockets. I think he's starting in Memphis.
Wait.
Of course, he started in Memphis.
Why
can't-
wouldn't he start in OKC? Why not?
Lou Dort? You're not taking Lou Dort out for Dillon Brooks.
Lou Dort or Cason Wallace? More so Cason. He gives you
I-
more.
I-
Ron, I already
I
know
might
how
give
you
you
feel
more
about
size.
I might give you that one with Casey.
He gives you more size.
Sure.
He's like if Cason
Ron, I
shoots
know
it
how
better
you
than
feel
him,
about
it's by a
Oklahoma City.
hair. Like Dillon Brooks would be amazing.
I might give you Kaysen. Yeah, I might give you over Kaysen.
I know how you, and Ron, I know how you feel about.
He could guard 3s, 4s, 5s, 2s too. Like I could easily. And he's more experienced than Kaysen. I know how you feel about him. I do. I know how you feel about him. So okay, so we have a conversation about Oklahoma City. He already starts in Houston.
He started.
I think he starts in Memphis.
Of course.
Denver. Is he starting in Denver?
Yes.
No.
KCP. I mean, over Michael.
No, not over. Not with Michael Porter over Brown.
Actually, Brown is their guy. I think Dillon Brooks starts ahead of him. I do.
I think isn't Brown there too?
Yes.
Isn't Brown there too?
I don't know, man. Brown do a lot of cutting and stuff for them, bro.
Dillon Brooks ain't doing no cutting.
His ass need to cut some weight.
Not for what they do. Not for what they do.
No,
what do they do that Dillon Brooks can't do at the 2?
Brown like
all those cuts.
Spot.
Yeah, like,
he doing the dunker spot. He be
Dillon Brooks be in the dunker spot too.
Where? He don't dunk.
You don't got to dunk to be in the dunker spot.
That's the point of being in the dunker spot, Ron.
That's the point of being in the
Ron
dunker
needs to
spot.
be in the dunker spot. What do you
They got Aaron Gordon in the dunker spot.
When's the last time you seen Drew Holiday drop step and dunk on somebody? Drew be in the dunker spot.
Man.
You don't got it.
But Dillon Brooks doesn't play in the dunker spot.
He don't play in the dunker spot. Okay, he too low.
But you think he does? He does.
But he
on Denver, not on Denver. Not on Denver.
So no Denver.
Not on Denver.
To get to the point of what
I am, Mars. I swear I got a point with this.
Let's keep going. Let's go. After Denver.
How about the Lakers?
Yeah, the Lakers could use him. Yes.
Oh yeah, they definitely could use him. I think they can use him more than
against some perimeter defense. Be able to help Anthony Davis over there.
How about the Clippers?
Oh, definitely they can use him.
I ain't talking about using him, Joe. I'm talking about he's starting for this crew.
No,
Kawhi's there. He can't start. If Kawhi's there, he's not starting.
I mean, you thought over Derrick Jones Jr.?
Ain't no if Kawhi there. Kawhi is there.
Nah, but Derrick Jones Jr. start?
Yeah, he starts at the 4.
He might start.
Potentially.
Yeah, he might. But I mean,
you can use him at the 4. You can use him at the 4.
How about in Minnesota?
I'll bring him off the bench to keep that second.
Instead of Jaden McDaniels?
No, I don't think he starts ahead of Jaden McDaniels. I don't
know. Jaden McDaniels struggles on.
Ron, stop, Ron.
What? Stop it, Ron. Chill.
Stop the bullshit.
Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels. He's not.
So if
I saw him over Julius Randle, but that's
I'm saying no. If Dillon Brooks had been on that unit for the last 2 or 3 years, Jaden McDaniels would
That's nasty work. That's nasty work. No.
But Jaden McDaniels isn't just he's not grandfathered into the starting lineup.
No, that's what I'm saying.
If they got another option, he would bring his young ass off the bench.
I ain't gonna lie to Ox. Dillon Brooks is one of them guys, bro. I'm gonna be real. He one of them guys like that you get on your team, and if you better than him, you're like, oh, this nigga ain't gonna start over me. And then like they throw the ball up, and all of a sudden he started.
You can't do nothing with it.
Yeah, bro. He one of them guys that's like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's like I know I'm more talented than this. Like, bro, I know I'm way more talented
but see,
than him.
The thing about it, Jordan, is I feel the same way. A lot of people start hating on Jordan on Dillon Brooks when he poked the bear. Now all of a sudden everybody hated on him. Like, oh my God, you can't do that to LeBron. That's the only reason people start. That's the only reason people started disliking Dillon Brooks.
Is that player?
Dillon Brooks is a baller. He
always been a baller.
He tried to bring it to Bron, and he bit off more than he could chew, and that's what happened.
He's the player you hate. He's the player you hate if he's not on your team. He's the player you hate if he's not on your team. If he's on your team, you love him.
If you're on the court, if you're on the court, but for me, it's like watching Dillon Brooks, no matter what team he's on. I love watching Dillon Brooks play basketball. I don't care what team he's on.
So with that being said,
you don't like him when he's doing dirty stuff versus Sabonis, and he's doing dirty stuff versus your boys.
I don't think he's a dirty player.
Get out of here! He's not a dirty player. Any good defender is a dirty player.
Ox, what I'm saying to you is that a yes or a no in Minnesota?
No, probably not.
Okay, so no.
But I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna act like. Well, I mean,
I don't think he's starting Minnesota. No, I don't.
To Mars's point, you could put Julius on the bench.
Man,
how about in Phoenix?
You got KD. No,
that's Royce. I don't know they're starting over there anymore.
I start him over Royce. And shout out to Royce, but I start him over Royce.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's better than Royce for sure.
How about Dallas?
Yeah.
I think he starts in Dallas.
They're gonna be bringing his ass off the bench. He gonna be there.
You can't bring Dillon Brooks off the bench, bro. I start him over Najee.
I think
I start him over Najee.
Has Najee been starting over Clay?
Hell no.
Be forgetting Clay exists too.
That's what I'm saying.
These bum shooters who do nothing but shoot. I be forgetting.
Luka, Kyrie, Clay, Dillon Brooks. And
You're not starting over PJ.
And PJ Washington.
He's starting at the 3. Kyrie, Luka.
Hey, I would like that.
No,
Kyrie,
Clay
Luka,
not
Dillon,
coming off the
PJ.
bench.
Dillon
Clay
Brooks
not
has to
nice
be
lineup.
crazy.
Clay not coming off
that's
the
a
bench.
nice
Come on.
lineup.
Play a smooth
Clay
as
and
that
Tim
playoff.
Hardaway Jr. I just forgot both of them exist. So
Tim Hardaway Jr. don't play with them no more though.
No, but Tim Hardaway, because when I was arguing about Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
starts. I mean,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And that's
yeah.
why I was saying.
I
Tim
just
Hardaway
forget.
is-
I blanked Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, but he ain't starting over him either, though, Ron. Come on
Yes,
now.
he is. Yes, he
No.
is.
And lastly, Ron. Lastly, how about the Kings?
No,
Right.
that's
I
tomorrow.
ain't gonna give you out.
Debo coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not starting.
Off the bench.
So of all of those teams that we just ran down, it sounded to me like Dillon Brooks can start.
He ain't even getting on that team.
on-
Debo gonna knock his ass out.
It sounds to me like of all the teams that we ran down, we just ran down 20 teams. It sounded to me like Dillon Brooks can start on 75% of the playoff teams in the league. Can we start to put some more respect on Dillon Brooks' name for him being a viable player? A lot of people talk about Dillon Brooks like Dillon Brooks is just okay. Okay players don't start on 75% of playoff teams. Okay players aren't just roaming around. Don't get me wrong. What Dillon Brooks did last night was an anomaly. Dillon Brooks is not a career 60% long ball shooter, or he could get hot some nights. But the stuff that Dillon Brooks brings, in addition to the nonsense, the stuff that he brings outweighs the nonsense, which makes him more viable on any other team, which would love to have him.
Chill. It's not even really
That's the
nonsense.
nonsense we're talking about.
It's
It's
just
how he
crybaby.
is.
It's just crybaby ass Bron sexuals that got mad at him because he tried to press Bron. Like I said, he bit off a lot more than he could chew. He wasn't ready for Bron. Bron got at him. But people
Bron
start
got to do
start
with him
hating on
doing the weird stuff he does all the time on the basketball court.
Because it's not anything Bron did. It's the fact that he thought he could take on Bron, and the world was like, "How dare you try to call out our king?"
No, it's not.
That's
To
not has
your point,
nothing to do with that.
Of course,
Man.
y'all two would say that.
No.
That's
That's not it.
We all
That's
seen
not
it,
what
chill. We was all
That's
there.
not what I'm saying, Ox. That's not
What
I'm
about
saying.
Embiid? What about Embiid creeping up to go watch this man stare? Like, this man stares into space before the game. He's weird amongst the players. Not to mention he's light skinned. Very easy to poke fun at him.
He a
Very
funny-looking
easy to
dude,
poke.
too.
Come
He a
on, man.
funny-looking
Come
dude,
on.
too.
It's very easy
He
to poke fun at
got
Dillon
tattoos.
Brooks.
He
Yeah,
just
come
being
on,
his
man.
own.
What's wrong with him
Come
meditating?
on, man.
He got some dumbass tattoos too, like that's on his shoulder and shit. Like that's
What
some
that
little
got to do
bullshit.
with y'all?
The
That's
dancing,
some
the
little
dancing, the
goddamn
dancing that he does. Come
What
on,
that got to do with
man.
him hooping?
Ah, that look like a lick on tattoo. where
That's
you
what
just
made it
lick
easy
back
for
in the
people to
tattoo
poke
and you
fun
just
at
put that
him.
shit
That's
on your
all.
arm.
That's
That
it.
shit
Just made it
look
easy
hard.
to poke fun at him, man.
Y'all know for 100% fact that I'm giving you the real. I'm telling you how it is.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying what you're
Nobody have
saying
a problem
ain't
with Dillon Brooks at Oregon. Nobody
That's
have a
not
problem
true.
with Dillon
And we
Brooks.
ain't have no problem with
That's
neither because
not
the
true,
GOAT
Ox.
handled him like he's supposed to. You poked the bear and you found out what happened.
First and foremost, Ox,
Memphis
what he
had to
did
get
with
rid of
LeBron-
you.
What he did with LeBron James, that just brought to light the other stuff that was going on. Did you remember him punching Donovan Mitchell in the nuts and Donovan Mitchell jumping on his ass? You remember that?
That seemed like action.
You
It seemed
forget
like
that?
action to me.
No, that's not action. That's just that's him doing stuff like that. That's who he
You're
is.
not chill when you
That's what you do. You dirty.
hold
Yes.
on.
You're a dirty player when you play defense.
When you play defense and you reach a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you reach a lot, when you get active hands, you trying to get in there. I mean, you dribble like this, man. Your nuts is a casualty of war sometimes. Sorry, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Donovan Mitchell in the
Hey,
nuts.
sometimes your
He did that
nuts
on
is a casualty of war.
No,
It
that's not.
happens.
All right, so I hear
You know
what
what
you're
I
saying,
mean?
but sometimes shit is intentional.
And
Nah,
sometimes
like
I've seen
How-
multiple
who are-
players
how
do
we
it
know?
on do
How
it on
we know?
purpose.
That's how
Come
they
But
on.
you
do
don't know
it.
if they're
You-
doing it on purpose.
I'm
Come
telling
on.
you,
He
man.
did it
That's
on
a
purpose.
that's
That's
an
what
ingredient.
I'm
That's
saying.
an ingredient to being a good defender is being a little dirty. All the great defenders were.
Oh
a little
yeah.
dirty.
You got to be able to do the
That's
stuff
what
that
you
everybody
got.
don't want to do.
Yes.
No,
yes.
You gotta do the shit that everybody don't wanna do.
If you purposely hit somebody in the nuts, that's dirty, and I can't advocate for that. But being physical, hitting people, you know what I'm saying, checking them, that's not dirty. That's physical defense. It's a contact sport. And so y'all might say that's dirty. That makes you a good defender. I just think being physical makes you a good defender. I don't think it's dirty play.
Yeah, I
think
can
it's
say
Like,
it.
as long as
he's
you're not
on- if he's on
undercutting,
your
as long as you're not
team-
undercutting people in the air,
Listen,
if
if
you're
he's
not
on your-
undercutting, it doesn't matter
Uh-huh.
what team it's on, bro. I don't care about what team
Yeah.
it's on. I'm talking about just
No.
basketball. Like
Nah, I don't like that. When he does that against my Heat, I don't like it. But if he was doing it for
Okay,
the
but
Heat, I would love it.
that's you being upset because it's your team. I'm
Yeah.
talking about everybody because I respect basketball. I love basketball more than I love the Sacramento Kings. So if I see a player do that on any team, I can be like, damn, he locking up. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not undercutting people in the air, tripping people like Grayson. Oh, he just said Grayson. When Grayson Allen was doing, as long as you're not doing that type of shit, I'm good with it. Like I love physical defense. You're supposed to hit somebody.
You are in the 1% of basketball players that does not think that Dillon Brooks is dirty. And I understand that.
I'm happy to be here.
I understand that you have to have some dirt on it. It's like being a cop. You know, you can't be a good cop if you ain't got no dirt on you. You have to. Dillon Brooks, he does have some dirt on him. Oh, 100%. And Dillon Brooks, for all intents purposes, I think he's a damn good defender. And I think he's a damn good basketball player. But the nonsense coupled in with that kind of overshadows how good he is as a player. And I kind of think we get away from that from time to time. This dude starts from sitting up here talking to you guys. This dude can start on 75% of playoff teams. And I'm talking about this dude hitting somebody in the nuts. That's what we're talking about. I
guess you.
I just thought that was an accident, sure. My bad.
I've never
no way.
Hitting him in the nuts or not, whether it was intentional or not. I'm just talking about Dillon Brooks' game. And I've never, me watching him with my two eyes, I've never subscribed to the fact that Dillon Brooks was mediocre. Never subscribed to the fact that he was weak. I never subscribed to the fact that Dillon Brooks wasn't one of the better wings in the league.
This dude can go. Yes.
And he might not be an all-star, but outside of that, if we're talking about a dude who can score, what? I don't know. I'm not about to get into that. But I'm saying he is a really good basketball player. He gives you effort. He hustles. He is a dirty work guy. On top of that, he's going to be one of your best 1, 2, or 3 defenders on your team. He's going to make your defense better. You've seen what he did in Memphis, how he turned Memphis up. Now Memphis is a good team, but he had them boys over there rocking. They was over there. But they was a little tougher when they had Dillon Brooks. Now look at the Rockets. The Rockets are a little tougher now that they got Dillon Brooks. Remove Dillon Brooks from this team, I don't know how hard they really are. On top of that, on offense, Dillon Brooks doesn't get the credit he deserves. Dillon Brooks will knock down that 1-2 pull-up. Dillon Brooks will hit open threes. He's shooting 38% from 3, and for some reason, we act like Dillon Brooks can't shoot. For some odd, strange reason, I don't know why. I don't care how the defense guards him. He shoots 5 threes a game, and he makes 38% of them. And then on top of that, Dillon Brooks, he can get to the rack a little bit too. Like he is a good basketball player.
And don't leave out.
How you talking about? I was about to say, how you talking about Dillon Brooks is how I be talking about Jonathan Isaac. Boy, I be giving it for Jonathan Isaac, but his ass just won't stay hurt, bro. I mean, won't stay healthy.
Yeah, he won't stay healthy. He just
won't stay healthy, bro.
Ron, to your point, we got him on the cheap. You got him for a little bit of money. It ain't like he on the books for $45-50 million. You got him on the books for a little bit of money.
And he has the right coach.
Yes. 100%
and he has
does.
The right coach.
Yes, he does.
So, yeah. I'll take him to Miami. Please, give us somebody. Please, anybody take Jimmy.
Well, speaking of Miami, I'm glad you brought that up, Jay, because breaking news down in South Beach. I repeat, breaking news in South Beach. The Miami Heat are suspending Jimmy Butler indefinitely. And
that's home. That's what that means.
For indefinitely, I don't know if that's until the February 6th trade deadline or if that's for the rest of the season. But as of right now, Jimmy Butler will not be playing for the Miami Heat. Jay, how do you feel about this?
Sad, man. It is sad, man. I told Chilltown about this. He's not the guy to play with. He's a sensitive player. You don't play with him. He wanted his money. We should have gave him his extension. And now Pat Riley dropped the ball. I know some Heat fans and other people think that no, it's a Jimmy's tripping or whatever. But at the end of the day, you should have paid Jimmy his money. You should have did what you're supposed to do. Nobody's gonna want to come play down here anymore. We're not gonna get no real stars. You've been trying to do this forever. You got to just get over it. LeBron left, Shaq left, Wade left. Now Jimmy's gone. That's it. It's over with. And he's lucky Bam is not an all NBA player because then he'd be stuck because he would have to pay Bam $300 million easily. So he's lucky to keep Bam at a discount for what Bam does. But he messed up and dropped the ball, man. Now we're probably gonna end up with what, Bradley Beal? Cause we have to trade him. He can't stay on the team. We have to trade him. He's on a contract for next year. He's gonna opt in on purpose.
Because he's not gonna get that dough anywhere else. That's a fact.
Well, he can get it in Phoenix, but Miami don't want Beal.
Sure.
I don't get how you holding on to a girl that you don't want. I don't care if the replacement girl
you don't want her and she don't want you too.
Yeah, get your ass up out of here. I'm gonna take the cheeks. I'm gonna take the ones that I want.
Okay,
I'm gonna deal with what I got right now.
It's not that simple to just break up. No, sir. It's not that simple. We got property. We got the house.
When she want to go, hey, I'm gonna tell you what a real chill. Let me tell you what a real man do. A real man will give up that and build it back again. That's what we gonna do. I'm not scared because you're gonna hold me. You're gonna hold me hostage because you got my car, because you got my house. Take it, baby girl. Take it.
The thing is, there's not too many other dudes who want that girl. That's the problem. And the girl, the dude.
But she don't want me. I don't want her. Get your ass up out of here,
Jade. Which leads right into my. I
trade Jimmy ass for a second round pick.
Since Jordan brought up the
money
girl
has
analogy,
to match. It's the money.
No, 100%. Because since Jordan brought up the
worst deal in the NBA. Get that bum out of here. Get him out of here.
Because Jordan brought up the girl analogy. So every dude this chick been with previous to you ain't got nothing good to say about her. When they break up, they can't get away from her quick enough. Every last one of them. It went bad with every dude she broke up with. It was awful. Now, why am I to think, and this is how, to Jay's point, this is how I feel like Pat Riley, he tipped his hand. Because he knew he wasn't going to pay buckets. He knew it. Exactly. It wasn't like it was a situation when he knew he wasn't paying buckets. So because he knew he wasn't paying buckets, this should not have gotten out. If you wanted to move on from him, you should have moved on from him. But Riles, being the old school guy that he is, this is the contract you're under. I'm not giving you an extension. I expect you to honor this contract. Jimmy Butler's not trying to hear that. He wants an extension. You know you're not going to pay him. Move on from him. Don't let this thing get ugly, because it's going to get ugly. You see where we are now. They're essentially telling Jimmy, stay home. That's essentially what they're telling him. Until we figure this out, don't come around anymore. We got Jimmy walking out of shoot-arounds, and I can only imagine the stuff that's going on I can only imagine the stuff that's going on behind the scenes.
Chill. That's what they call it. A quarrelsome woman does right there. Just cause havoc in your
woman. A woman.
It just cause havoc in your damn house because you keep letting her be in that house right there. You keep letting her destroy your peace. You just let her just cry all over the place whenever she feel like it. Oh, I'm good today, and get your ass up out of here. I don't give a damn if I got somebody that's gonna bring me peace. You might not look the same. You look a little decent though, but hey, you here for right now. But I need your ass going today.
I mean, but Jordan,
go.
The problem is the only person who wants her is that one girl, and what he's willing to give you for her, you don't want.
I'm willing to take it. Like I said, as a real man, you can't be afraid. You cannot be afraid.
Problem.
Listen, you cannot be afraid to suffer. As one man, as whatever I build, I can replicate.
You the one who got yourself in this, Jay. You the one who put yourself in. You knew who she was. You knew who she was when you got involved with her.
So look, I gotta be a man and say, you know what? I'm gonna take this loss. I made the bad decision. It was good while it lasted.
And by the way, Jordan,
no, because I'm still going to get the money. I'm still going to get the money that I want in 2026. That's the whole point. That's what he wants. He wants that cap space in 2026 because he's going after Anthony Edwards.
So let me. So
he ain't getting no Anthony Edwards.
He's going for it though. He's going. He did it for KD. That's why he shortchanged Dwayne Wade so that he can get KD. They just came a report about it. How Hassan Whiteside said how during that span they were trying to get KD in the 2016 offseason, and that's why they were shortchanging Dwayne Wade, because his whole plan was to get KD during that offseason, who he knew would be available. In 2026, there's a lot of good players available in the NBA free agency, and Pat Riley's gearing up again for another
next
quote
summer,
unquote.
Not this summer, coming up next summer.
The next summer. That's what he's gearing up for. That's why he doesn't want to give him the extension. He doesn't have to worry about Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson's contract. Bam, all these guys are going to be cheap. And he's going to basically be able to have enough cap space to get a max player such as a Luka. That's what he's thinking. He's going to get like a Luka.
Pat lying to himself. He ain't getting none of that with Jimmy on the damn team.
Oh, no.
Y'all went to the finals and ain't got that.
Hey, Jordan,
y'all didn't upgrade nothing. Y'all got Jaime Jaquez.
That's
Jordan,
what he's trying to do, though. That's what his plan is. That's his plan.
No, let's not act like he hasn't done this before. Now, it was 10
he
years
did.
ago, but he's pulled this off. Like, it's South Beach. Let's not shortchange South Beach at all.
That's why
I gotta have 2% body fat.
That's one of the prime locations in America.
So but I gotta have 2% body fat, Ron, and I can't have cookies on the airplane, and I gotta go run 8 miles before practice.
Not only that, after. Oh man, he just told the story that I found recently that supposedly they threw Christmas parties, and one player didn't show up to a Christmas party, and he went in on the player and told the player that it was disrespectful because the
Riles did that on Buckets?
No, Riles did that to the player. Okay. It wasn't Buckets. He didn't name the player. Pat Riley was telling the story about how how everything in Miami is about being family. And some of these players don't care about the family that Pat Riley's trying to build as being the father of everybody. We don't need you. I don't need you telling me what to eat, drink, where to be, how to be.
Facts. I just want to hoop.
Yeah, I just want to hoop. Yeah,
I'm gonna show up every day. I'm gonna do my job. Nah, if I'm not doing my job and I'm fat and I'm late and I'm all that other stuff, totally different. Yeah. But I'm doing my job. We going to the finals. You got this bum ass roster. The upgrade that you gave me since we went to the finals is Jaime Jaquez. What other upgrades? And Hayward Highsmith. What other upgrades are we getting? I'm pissed off too if I'm Jimmy.
I think it's interesting we talking about. And Ron was the one who brought this to my attention. But I want to rewind real quickly. So you got buckets in 2019, right? You got him. He's 29 years old. So in the 5 years, Jay, that you got him, what did you get in these 5 years? You got an All-Pro 3 times. You got an All-Pro 3 times. You got an All-League defender. You got an All-Star twice in these 5 years. You went to the NBA championship twice. You went to the Eastern Conference championship 3 times. With all of that being said, that's probably it. You're not going to get any more. That's it.
You're missing out the most important part. You built your reputation back with the players. If players know that you were willing to deal with a Jimmy Butler and make that work, then maybe Miami is an option for me for more superstars, more bigger players. Miami Heat are known for being that franchise. If you go there, you have to change everything about who you are. It's not the same going to other teams. I can still make the same money. Again, it is the limelight. Coming down here for $300 million, somebody will take it. Somebody will take it.
100% they will.
Yeah, and 100%. Jimmy was the only one in 2019. Jimmy was the only one in 2019 that was willing to do that. So you couldn't land Lillard. You couldn't land Bill when Bill was available. You couldn't land Kevin Durant. All these players that he's been trying to get since LeBron left, only Jimmy was the only one because nobody wanted Jimmy then neither.
See, that's
Everybody
not
said
fair,
the same
though,
thing
Jay.
about Jimmy.
But number one, that's not fair because number one, Pat Riley actually went to Mickey Aronson about Bradley Beal. Mickey Aronson didn't like the money. So we're gonna pass on that. Buckets was damaged goods coming to Miami because of his reputation. He was damaged goods. Yes. And he was, quote, when he got to Miami, he was my kind of crazy. That's how he ended up in Miami. Okay, he my kind of crazy.
Made in heaven.
And it worked. And it worked for the 5 years. Pat Riley in these 5 years has looked at Jimmy Butler and he's looking at the landscape of his crew, to your point, moving forward. Am I paying Jimmy Butler 37, 38 years old, $55, $60 million to barely play 60 games and for us not to be in contention to win? On top of that, we have free agency coming up. I'm not going to be one more time.
That roster is trash.
And
you got to because of the long term benefit of keeping him and giving that extension. He should have kept him. He should have kept him. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to get to that in a second because this is a really interesting point. The fact that he at 37, 38 years old, barely playing 60 games, when you just told me, Jay, come 2026, the free agent market, I probably won't be able to bag anybody with the kind of money that I'm gonna be paying Jimmy. And since you're on the subject of rosters, Jordan, Ron, I need you to do me a favor. Who do you think is winning the NBA championship this year, Ron?
Who do I think?
Who do you think is winning the NBA championship this year?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
So you think the Milwaukee Bucks is winning the NBA? Who do you think they playing in the finals, Ron?
The Memphis Grizzlies.
So you think Memphis is going to end up in the finals? How about you, Mars? Mars, who do you think is going to end up in the NBA finals?
OKC and Boston.
So Mars thinks Oklahoma City and Boston. How about you, Jordan? Who do you think is going to be in the NBA championship this year?
Probably Milwaukee and Denver.
So Milwaukee and Denver. How about you, Jay? Who do you think it is?
Chill, stop asking me them questions, man. I'm a Heat fan.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
I'm a Heat fan. I'm gonna go with Biscayne in June until the fat lady sings, bro. I don't care. That's my team. So I don't know if any one of you gentlemen have a team, but that's my team.
So who's representing the Rockets? So I ain't talking about the East because I already know how you feel about. The East. Who's representing the Western Conference, Jay? In your
the GOAT, man. LeBron James and the Lakers. Let's go. Continue.
So you think the Lakers are okay? So Mars thinks that Oklahoma City is representing the Western Conference. Mars, in 2019, do you remember hearing Lou Dort's name called on draft night?
No, he was on draft.
I don't remember hearing his name called neither. How about Aaron Wiggins? I think Aaron Wiggins was picked the same. I think that's the same as Bronny James Jr. I went back 10 years, Mars, just so you know, he's the only 55th pick in the draft today. There's nobody else in the draft today. This is Hartenstein's. Yes, he's the only one in the last
Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah, but Bronny
and Wiggins. So
Isaiah Wong was just on the Hornets.
And so Isaiah Hartenstein, This is his 6th team in 7 years. 6th team in
Are
7
you
years.
using this to justify that the Heat did a good job around Jimmy Butler? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm
Hey,
getting
what
to the
Smith,
point.
Because I can see where this is going. Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to say that they did a good
promise
job?
I'm
He's
getting to the
trying to
point.
get there, Mars. He's trying to get there.
J-Dub was the 12th pick in the draft. So 13th pick. Bam Adebayo was the number 14 pick in the draft.
Mhm.
These are the guys that you building around Jimmy Butler. What's going on in Oklahoma City today, Jordan, in your estimation? What's going on up there?
I mean, they developing them, but they developing guys. They developing guys with talent. Number one. Also, you can't deny that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren were 2 slam dunks.
That's
Like,
buckets. That's buckets, by the way.
Who's
signing buckets? That's their buckets.
you talking about like, oh, yo, that's
Chit.
no.
Jimmy buckets is their SGA.
It's a contract issue though, Chill. That's what you feel. It's a contract situation. That's what people don't want to understand is that Jimmy's saying, listen, give me my 2 more years. Add 2 more years to what's available on my deal right now, which is 1 more year left. Add the 2 years. It's still going to be a player option after that year. So you can negotiate on him on that year when that time comes up, which would be the 2026 offseason. Pat Riley just had to do that so that the Heat reputation is known for taking care of their players. He did his job. He took us to the finals twice. We had the number 1 seed another year, right? Yeah, I know people say a lot about the injuries, but the last 2 seasons, he's played more games the last 2 years than he did any other time prior to that with the Heat. So he's been playing his games. He's preparing himself every year. Pat Riley is just upset because Pat Riley does not want to pay him. That's just it. Pat Riley's just saying, you know what? And that's what all players know. Pat Riley's gonna use you until he can't use you anymore. And that's what he's basically saying. And that's all he's saying. And Jimmy's not that player to just put his head down and just accept it. I'll come out
and
here
I wouldn't
play.
accept it either because the roster is trash. That's why I'm not accepting that.
All right, Jordan. Listen, I've been nice with you. You gonna quit talking about my team, bro. You gonna quit talking about my team, bro.
I don't necessarily think they're trash, though.
We got a good team, and Jimmy could help us. Jimmy could help us. We can use Jimmy, but Pat Riley is thinking about
he's trying nobody in the East with that team.
Listen, I'm telling y'all this right now. Anthony Edwards loves Miami. He comes down here. He loves it.
He could be in Miami.
All the nightclubs, Pat Riley knows who
kids.
runs them, who's in charge of them, and I guarantee you, Pat Riley's heard how this young man is down here enjoying his life.
Man,
I'm telling you,
about to go there and let Pat Riley tell him he can't have cookies on the plane. He ain't about to go down there and tell him he can't have BBL Saturdays at his crib. You can't tell him that. Ain't about to let Pat Riley tell him, hey.
But you think Pat Riley thinking like you? Pat Riley's not thinking like you. Pat Riley thinks he's going to convince this young man this is where you need to be. Because trust me, that's Pat Riley's problem. He's going after a bird.
Think you need to be. No, you don't need to be in Miami no more. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna just tell you the truth as a real drench man right here. I'm gonna tell you the truth as the real drench man right here. You don't really need Miami like that every day no more. We got social media. We got PJs. We got Spirit Airlines.
Oh, so you saying if you can't go to Miami? Bring Miami.
He can bring the Miami to me.
No,
what I need an old man. What I need an old man with his hair slicked back trying to tell me what I can and cannot eat, who I can and cannot smack. Stop.
No, because in Miami,
you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that smack.
Yeah, no, because in Miami, your 300 mil is really 200 mil. In another state, it's like 150. So you get
no.
We got no state income tax.
Miami is Houston. We don't got no state income tax here. Miami is Houston. Ant was coming to Houston. Boy, they got them down here. Boy, they be from Miami. They be from anywhere.
But y'all in trouble. Y'all gonna have to pay some players very soon. We got Green, Thompson. All these guys got to get paid eventually.
Send them up the road for Ant Edwards. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey, y'all got too much going on. Y'all got too much going on in Miami, man. We don't need to do all that Miami talk. Yeah, with Pat Riley doing that joint. No.
We are the soap opera of the NBA, and it's sad as a Miami Heat fan. It is sad. I just want us to play. I just want us to play ball. That's it.
I want to get back to Chill's point though. Chill. I'm not saying that the Heat haven't done a good job in the draft. My only thing is the timeline situation. You have to be able to manage the timeline with your star player. Jimmy Butler is obviously 35 now. He'll be turning 36 soon. You got these young players. How old is Bam Adebayo? 25?
26.
26? How old is Tyler Hero?
26 too. 20
No, 25. He just turned 25 this month. He did.
So 25. How old is Jaime Hawkins?
So you got
same 25. Thing like 24,
25. Okay. How old is Khalil Ware?
kid.
like 21, 20.
So
Yeah,
you have basically your core unit
Mm-hmm.
who are all 26 and younger, and then
That's a
you have
core.
Jordan.
Yes, Jordan.
That's a good core.
That's a
Hold
good
on,
core.
hold on,
Tommy Hawkins
That's a
was
good core.
25, looking 35.
We'll get into that in a second. But I'm just saying, you have your core players, like it or not, Jordan. These are your core players. They're all 26
And
and
he
younger.
got Nico. He didn't mention
Jimmy
Nico.
Butler's
Nico too.
10 years older. You can't build with these young guys and Jimmy Butler. It's just not going to work. And here's also the thing, too. These guys had to grow. You got Bam 4 or 5 years ago. He had to grow over these 5 years.
2018 draft.
By the time
2017
he got to the point where he
Came
is
in with
right now,
Tatum.
an all-star, Jimmy Butler now is out of his prime. So I'm just saying that it just didn't line up for you to try to build with draft players with Jimmy Butler in his prime.
But it did, though.
Ron.
That's what we're gonna have to do now because we're not gonna get no free agents because that's what he wants. He wants to land a big time free agent. We're not gonna do that because nobody's gonna want to come. Yeah, nobody's gonna come down.
I don't want to see. I don't want to look at the roster if I'm Kevin Durant and say, "Oh, I got to play alongside Hayward Highsmith and Jaime Jaquez."
Let's do that. I don't want Kevin Durant down here. I don't want 30.
You don't want to be down there either with Jaime Jaquez and Highsmith on the roster. Why would I look at that?
I could get a young guy down here though. To Jay's point, I could get a young guy down here. Yes, I 100% can. You looking at paying Jimmy Butler at 35 years old as an extension. Wait a minute. We ain't talking about a 34-year-old adding him to this roster, to Ron's point. We're talking about getting a young dude to add to this roster to continue to build. So if I get a 24-year-old, if I get a 25-year-old, hell yeah, he coming out here for 4 years and $200 million.
For
yes,
what?
The
roster is
100% he's coming down here.
De'Aaron Fox going to South Beach. That'd be a good look for De'Aaron Fox.
Stop with the roster. This roster isn't terrible.
Chill. That roster is terrible.
No, it is not.
That roster is terrible.
Jordan,
Bam Adebayo, who terrible sometimes. Don't forget Bam Adebayo is terrible
sometimes. You clearly haven't seen
Khalil
Ware. You clearly haven't seen.
Yeah, you.
No, you seen Tyler Hero this year. He ain't seen Tyler Hero this year. Tyler Hero's been balling.
Hold on. All-pro level.
Is Khalil Ware better than Bam Adebayo?
Why does he have to be better
than
Bam
Adebayo? What does that matter? If that's a plus.
Okay. No, it ain't no. Hold on.
He's an addition. He's an addition to Bam Adebayo.
He's been playing better than him. I don't know if he's better, but he's been playing better than him.
Okay, but hold on. That's what I was about to say. Sometimes Bam Adebayo play terrible. Khalil Ware ain't better than him. What roster am I looking at saying, damn, we can rock? Yeah, I got Hayward Highsmith. I got Jaime Jaquez.
You keep bringing up Hayward Highsmith. He is not a focal point of the roster at all. He's not like nobody's going to Miami. Nobody's going to Miami. Like if I'm De'Aaron Fox, I'm not going to Miami because Hayward Highsmith is there, and I'm not going there because Hayward Highsmith is there. I'm saying
outside of Tyler Hero and Bam. Tyler Hero is not no superstar.
All right, let me give you Khalil Ware.
Hold
on, wait. Let me give you over the last 5 games. Let me give you Khalil Ware. Now, I know it's a small sample size, but keep in mind he's just a rookie. Khalil Ware, 25, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. 20, 15 rebounds, 2 blocks. 22, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. That's against Milwaukee.
What is the
sound like
all right. 7.6 rebounds, 2 blocks. All right, that was.
What is the ceiling?
He had a bad game.
We don't know, Jordan, because he's 20.
Hey,
we don't know.
So if I'm a free agent, I'm going to base my destination off we don't know what a 20-year-old can do.
If you're young, yes.
You mean not just a 20-year-old.
Not that young.
No,
that's
Jordan,
number one.
No, you're not getting young.
The Heat are committed to winning. So we're going to continue to upgrade. We're going to get better. Again, Duncan Robinson is going to be off the books very soon, very well as well. There's so many things that can go in line for the Heat. But again, the question is, who will they bring? I don't want to lose Jimmy Butler and our reputation for De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, if you can get an Anthony Edwards, if that's your landing spot right there, you do get him, I'm ecstatic. Just like when you let Shaq go so that you can land the big 3. When he let Shaq go in 07 and 08, that was the plan. We're going to clear the books up because in 2010, we're going to go get 3 big max players. And that's what he did. That was a success. But now you trying to redeem it.
Those guys now, though.
But I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying. He's trying. That's all Pat Riley's trying.
That's all he's trying to do. Lucky because D-Wade and Bron is friends. They also got lucky because D-Wade and Bron is friends. That's a once in a lifetime.
So. No, they got lucky because they cleared up enough space. There was only 2 or 3 teams that could do that. There was only 2 or 3 teams that could do that.
They also took less money to come to Miami, but that's not the point. The point is that let's see, Bam is 26 years old. Tyler Hero, 25 years old.
Yes.
Jaime Jaquez, 25 years old. This kid Khalil Ware, 21 years old. We
Yes.
have
Don't forget about
something
Jovic
that
too. Don't forget about Jovic.
Boy,
Jovic
y'all
is
be
a
on the
kid.
gun fast, boy. Y'all as fast as y'all on that gun, y'all gonna get right off that joint, bro. I'm telling you, that's how it works, bro.
But
Yo-
none of
yo-
them,
yo-
but none of them are
Jovic-
max players, so they're not gonna avoid. That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna avoid getting a max player because of those guys. That's the point. None of those guys are gonna get big enough money. Only Jimmy could clog up your money space because he's the only player that deserves and will get a max contract.
Right.
That's the point.
But you and with the core that you have with Bam, you got Khalil Ware, because I think you got your 5-man. You got your 5-man.
Yes.
You move Bam over to the 4. I think this was just a down season for Jaime Jaquez, to be quite honest with you. I think that he'll be. I definitely think he's going to be better. You already got your 2 guard in Tyler Hero. Now you just need a lead guard. And Ron, I already told you this, and I'm going to tell you too. I'm blue in the face. Call up the Memphis Grizzlies and ask for Scottie Pippen Jr. Call him up.
Why would I give him up though?
Mars don't like this conversation.
Why would the Grizzlies give Scottie Pippen Jr. up for who?
The same reason why teams give up players all the time, because of money. That's why. Because they're going to have to pay him eventually.
Yeah, but they don't have nobody else to replace him.
Anyone.
They don't have nobody else to replace him. Why wouldn't they pay him? Who else are they paying? They certainly not attracting no superstars in Memphis. So why wouldn't they pay him?
They're not attracting any superstars. They got Ja in the draft. They got Ja in the draft. They got
Jaren Jackson Jr. in the draft.
Jaren Jackson in the draft. They got
Desmond
the big
Bane
fella in the draft. Right. They got Bane in the draft. So
Who
eventually
signed over there?
nobody signed over there right now, Jordan. Sure, nobody signed over there right now.
Nobody want to live in Memphis.
Really?
Shout out to Memphis.
Nobody.
I would live in Memphis. But
Okay,
nobody want to live in Memphis.
And just so you know, Jordan, Miami hasn't always been the hotbed for talent. No, it's the organization more than it's anything. Because I remember the Miami Heat when they were garbage. I remember them.
You better remember again.
I do remember them when they were
all
garbage.
this talk,
So this
man.
is
Y'all
all
keep
about
talking
how
about my
this
team like
organization
this,
is being
man.
ran. No. What I'm doing, Jay, is I'm making a point about how this Miami Heat team, how this organization is being ran, and how they're able to attract free agents, but because of how this team is being ran.
We talking about the Heat.
When are the Heat
prime
gotten free agents?
That's exactly what I'm saying. They just went to the final twice and still don't get no free agents.
Jimmy was
last one.
not a free agent.
Yeah, he was. He was a free agent.
Jimmy got traded.
I'm in the trades.
It was a sign and trade with Jimmy Butler.
Yes,
I thought his contract was up. If I was
It was
correct.
a
It's
sign and
trade.
trade. I think he had
for
like one more year. Yeah, he had one more year on his deal. It was a
I thought it was a sign and trade though.
It was a trade. Yes, they traded. That was the Josh Richardson deal.
Yeah,
and
it was a sign and
Josh
trade,
Richardson
sure.
and somebody else that they got. It was
Mhm,
two
yes,
mid players,
And then he signed an extension, so it was a sign and trade with him.
You haven't gotten any free agents. You drafted Tyler Hero, you drafted Bam, you drafted Ware, you drafted Wade. The only time
Don't forget
Jaquez. The only time you've gotten
right,
free agents is when
Get him.
LeBron James chose. Because what happened is in 2009, they were deciding between Chicago and Miami, and they went because they had the cap space, the location. Wade was already there. Wade took a deal discount. LeBron took a deal discount. Chris Bosh took a deal discount for $16.5 million a year, and all three of them, which were maxes, were roughly near maxes at that point.
They were max. They were the lowest point of the max.
But this is the thing. This is the thing with what you're saying right now, Swiper, and the way you're saying it, the tone of how you're saying it as well, is that you're insinuating that nobody wants to go play in Miami.
Which is not
fact,
true.
when in fact, I think it's hold on, just hear me out because I see the way you're saying it, right? And the thing about it though, Swiper, is it not a thing of Pat Riley not just accepting any prima donna and just picking who he wants?
No.
And there's certain people that will go to Miami. Is it not a thing that Pat Riley let's get these dudes in the draft.
The confirmation
Pat Riley not just accepting
among
anybody.
NBA circles, the long accepted narrative among NBA circles has been Pat Riley is one of the most difficult people in the NBA to play for. That has long been known. And again, some of it's good.
Difficult
he keeps some of it's difficult because he has his own way of doing things. He has a regimen in which he wants the players to operate by. They're one of the strictest in terms of what your body weight needs to be and your fitness level needs to be.
For the coaches, not even just for the players, the coaches.
Yeah, so everybody has to fall in line.
And what does that lead to? So I'm not losing my mind. What does that lead to, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm just trying to give you the full circle.
What does that
I'm trying
lead
to give you
to?
the full circle.
I already know
the reason I got on is because I heard y'all yapping about BBLs and whatnot.
Of course we yapping. I want to get back to the point that you just made.
I literally was here. I turned on the show.
Talk about BBL.
I saw Mars off screen being quiet, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And I literally listened. I'm hearing about BBLs. like in the middle, and Anthony Edwards
Yeah,
going to
Swiper,
Miami.
if you want, just
So-
say you wanted to come on the show and
BBL.
kick it
No,
today.
I
You
wanted,
don't
then I
gotta do
wanted,
all
then
the
I saw
bullshit,
Ox,
Swiper.
then I saw, and I'm just telling you what the context was.
You don't gotta do all the bullshit.
I'm
Swiper.
saying,
if you happy to be here,
I'm
be
telling
happy
you
to
to
be
meet
here.
up.
He really
No,
wanna
no,
talk
I'm-
about the
You know
I'm
what you sound like,
Ox,
Swiper?
I'm
You
not
sound like my
saying-
stepson who
I'm
loves to
not,
do
I'm
things and
not
pretends like he
saying,
hates you
I'm
because
not
he's a
saying I didn't
32-year-old.
want to,
You know,
but I'm telling you, but I'm
50-year-olds
telling
that
you
be
what
like, oh my
happened.
God, I
And
don't
again,
want to go
for
through
the sake of Shaq, for the sake of Shaq, and for the sake of Dave, I came up here
you
to
love
get
it
off
here.
the BBL
You love
talk
it here,
because
and you know
Jordan
you love
was
it here.
talking about some stuff that I
Stop
didn't.
acting like
And
you
I
don't
heard
want to
about.
be
I
here.
was heard
Swiper.
about entertainment club, gentleman club. I'm like, I need to come to the show because we need to get back to hoops and talk about Spain pick and rolls or something. So this is all I'm saying, Jordan. And I'm with you. The issue is that there has to be some understanding that if you're going to play for Pat Riley, Ox, it's going to come with a lot of stuff. But remember what happened with LeBron.
It should come with a lot of stuff.
But remember what happened with LeBron. He was very angry with LeBron for how he left and when he left and why he left. And that was a part of it too. Like people just realize Pat has a way of viewing things and viewing the world. He's not moving off that. I think the Jimmy Butler thing has been a fiasco that they could have been.
You don't expect the 80-year-old to change his ways. You know?
Pat Riley,
Swiper, and the Gilbert Arenas story about the cookies on the plane.
his arrogance, Ox, is what put them in this
Man,
situation
too
because
grown.
they didn't want to trade him.
You pay these dudes
They
is
didn't wanna trade him.
multi-million-dollar high-end athletes.
No,
There's nothing wrong with telling. There's
that's
nothing wrong
fine.
with telling this dude. "Hey, you
I'm not
probably
even
shouldn't
talking
be eating
about
them
that.
cookies."
This ain't got nothing
I'm
to do
just
with
talking to
cookies.
Jordan.
This ain't got nothing to do with cookies. Put the cookie down.
Some people need to be told what to eat, bro.
I'm
LeBron
telling
don't need
you.
to be told what to eat.
Ox, in the summer, they could
He
have
came
traded
into the league
Jimmy.
eating McDonald's.
They could have traded Jimmy. They didn't want to trade Jimmy because he wanted to have his cookies, all of them. He wanted to have a player not sign a contract and keep him on the roster and stay happy. That's what happened. And that's where he made the mistake. And that's why they are where they are right now.
Where are they at?
because
The
of Pat
6th
Riley.
seed in the East?
No, you know where they're at. Don't play.
That's
Don't
where
play.
they at?
You
The
know-
6th
no,
seed
don't
in the
play. Don't
East?
play. You know where they're at.
Tyler Hero looking like an all-NBA player?
Because
Y'all act like Bam Adebayo forgot how to play basketball
Biscayne
because a
in
couple
June.
things ain't go right.
He gonna want out
Y'all
soon.
cut it out.
He gonna want out soon.
Miami's in a good position right now. They can get Jimmy Butler out of Tyler
They
Hero's
finna
way.
lose Tyler Hero
Get some money together to
They've been
get
trying to trade
another
Tyler Hero
to
for
get a
3
max
years.
player. But they cool. I
I ain't
don't
gonna lie. I
understand
ain't gonna
what's the
lie.
problem. Well,
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
don't see
I
what
don't
y'all
wanna
see.
sign-
I'm with Swiper.
I don't want to sign a death row record.
I had to go. Don't sign the death row.
I don't want to sign a death row
I had
record.
to go. I had to go do something. I'm listening to y'all.
Pat
I'm
Riley
listening
and
to the same
Suge
thing,
Knight.
Swiper.
Pat Riley and Suge Knight.
I'm listening to a lot of yap about this weak ass roster, this weak ass team, and I'm trying to find out like where is this weak ass roster they keep talking about? Where is these weak ass players? The problem is y'all just don't know ball.
There you go.
Y'all don't
Tell
know
him,
ball.
Ox.
Y'all stand on names. Y'all need to hear a superstar name to respect the roster. This is the sixth seed in the
Tyler
East.
Hero.
And Jimmy Butler asking for all this money. Y'all love numbers. He's not leading this team in any statistical categories. So what's the problem? Get Jimmy ass out of Tyler's way.
Get him
And
out
on top
here.
of that, this whole Jimmy Butler shit is a myth anyway. When in these those
A myth?
yeah, because
A myth.
look, in the seasons that they was cooking, y'all act like they didn't have 6 players averaging double figures. Y'all
What's
act
that
like
gotta
Jimmy
do
Butler.
with
Y'all
how's
act
the
like
stake
Jimmy
for
Butler
Jimmy?
was averaging 28 and everybody else is averaging 12.
He was averaging 28 leading into the
that's
Eastern
not
Conference
the
Finals.
case. That's
in
not the
2022.
case. Jimmy Butler, in those times, Jimmy Butler was averaging like 21. His next leading score was averaging like 19
In
and
the
a half.
regular season,
Jimmy, even in the what is
Jimmy was second team All NBA
where
in
you
2022.
act like who cares about who's second team All NBA? That's
Jimmy
voted on.
averaged 27
These
and a half
things,
points per
these
game
things that you
leading
stand
into the
on
Eastern
are
Conference
voted
Finals.
on. They're
But that's why he earns. But that's why he earns a max contract.
No, hold on.
Yo, we got one mic, y'all. Just relax, y'all. We got one mic.
No, Swiper is getting wake and baked, and he's gonna sit there. He's gonna sit.
You said Jimmy Butler. You said Jimmy Butler's not needed nothing for that roster.
When you stand on names, when you stand on names,
I don't stand on names at all.
See,
I told you about Chris Dunn, didn't I? You didn't know who Chris Dunn was. You never watched
I didn't know who Chris Dunn was.
You never knew who he was. He was a castaway in Utah. And you thought he was nobody.
Keep changing the
I'm
subject.
not changing anything. I think no-name players are great.
Keep rambling.
There is no rambling. I feel like I'm
touching
talking
every wall in that
calm.
room right now.
Hey, Ock, what happened with Jamie
You
Foxx?
touching every wall in that room right now, and you know the truth is coming out.
Speaking, Ox.
The truth is coming. I don't have a conscience.
Jimmy Butler is a 1A.
I don't have a conscience.
Playoffs.
All right. I'm look, Swiper. This is the real of it. Jimmy Butler, this whole Jimmy Butler's carrying these nobody shit is a myth, and it's a narrative that we need to get out of here.
Who said
him
they were
leaving
all
Miami
nobodies?
is
Bam Adebayo
is a
great
blessing
player.
for Miami. It could be a blessing for Jimmy Butler too. It's a
Really?
toxic relationship. It was so beautiful. It was all good just a week ago. Now it's a toxic relationship. They need to separate, and everybody can win. The Miami Heat have a good squad, a group of young players that they can build around and actually win. Jimmy Butler over there, they're not gonna be able to get better. Jimmy got to go and do his thing. Miami got to do that thing. They got a decent group of kids coming up from Tyler Hero, Bam, Khalil Ware. Oh, them three can. If you trade Jimmy Butler, and let's say to Chill's point, we're able to get a really good point guard. I think the lead guard is in the trade. And if they were able to get a really good lead guard, Ron said De'Aaron Fox, and somebody was mad at that. I don't want De'Aaron to go, but like if they were able to do something like that, get one of these top 10, top 7 lead guards out there, well, that would be dope.
Miami would be scary as hell. I'm gonna put it that way. They got no.
I hope they don't. I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either. I'm just saying if you were to drop somebody of that caliber,
Podzimski, and you're gonna be happy about it.
Well, no, I wouldn't be happy about that.
They're gonna get Kuminga. They're gonna get Kuminga.
Ox, to your point,
that's terrible.
I'll take Kuminga.
Ox, to your point, in 22, and Swiper failed to leave this out. He left this out, even though Jimmy Butler was an All-Pro that year. Just so you know, they had the best record in the Eastern Conference that year. It wasn't just because of Jimmy Butler. They had 3 guys on that crew averaging 20 and 19.
It's never just because
3 guys on that crew.
No, but y'all keep saying it's
3 guys. I just want to make sure that we clear on that.
Did I say
they had arguably the best defensive player in the game.
That's interesting. I don't remember L Chill. I don't remember saying that he was the only reason why they were the best record in the game.
You brought that up.
Ox brought that up. But what I'm saying is,
are you talking about 22? Chill, you talking about 22 when Tyler Hero was averaging 20 points?
He was averaging 20 a game.
What Swiper is saying,
actively.
Exactly. What Swiper is saying is that amongst the players, Pat Riley and the Heat have a bad reputation. Pat Riley wants to continually think that players are not bigger than the team, when in reality, when you get a superstar, which is what Pat Riley's trying to get, they are bigger than the team. Even Jimmy Butler, who's not that big of a superstar, is still bigger than the Miami Heat. That's why he can do what he does, because off-season and what these guys do as a brand, remember, the player is a brand within himself. They make enough money. They just want the respect of the team. They want a chance to hoop, and Pat Riley makes it difficult to do that. Superstars know this.
Do you think they should have?
John, is it being disrespected when you have standards? Like was it disrespectful when the Yankees? Jimmy had no problem with
Jimmy has no problem with any of the regimens Pat Riley throws out there. He had a problem with being disrespected over the money. Give me my money. Show me the money.
Give me my money.
Yeah, show me the money.
No, we got one mic. We got one mic.
That's not disrespect. You set your value here, but to Jimmy it is. It doesn't just because Jimmy thinks something don't mean it's right. You getting paid all this money, right? And you want more. And Pat Riley and Mickey say we're not paying you more, and now you're like, oh, you're disrespecting me. I'm not going to pay you more money for something that if you've already done something, you got compensated for that.
Thank you money, right? You want thank you money.
It wasn't, but it was also things that were said to Jimmy behind the scenes that are on public record too. Like, so there's several things that are at work. So, but I'm saying this, Ox. I said, cool, don't pay him, Ox. But also Jimmy's thing, it's like, if you're not gonna give me my extension, then trade me, because there was already turmoil within the organization between Jimmy and the front office, and Pat thought they were gonna be able to just say, Jimmy, go play. And they thought Jimmy was just going to be Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, no. I'm saying both of them are at fault.
So you're telling me that Jimmy signed this contract?
Why do we have contracts?
You're telling me Jimmy signed this contract and then got upset. When he asked
somebody else to come here.
But he's still actively getting paid.
I'm paying you.
You're telling me Jimmy Butler is disrespected because he signed the contract and in the Miami Heat asked him to honor his contract?
Are holding you to that.
We'll trade you if we feel like trading you, and we won't if we don't. Because that's what the contract says. Maybe you shouldn't have signed that contract.
Maybe nobody else will either, though, Ox. It's death row records.
Not.
I don't know if maybe not.
But if you're going to sign the contract, honor the contract.
It wasn't like Jimmy Butler got signed to a bullshit deal, neither. He got the most money.
This is what I'm saying.
He getting all this money.
It wasn't like he got signed to a terrible deal like Scottie Pippen did where all the money was front loaded, and at the end of the deal, Scottie Pippen is like the 5th highest paid player on the team. No, Buckets got a contract that was comparable to the best players in the league.
$100 million more means nothing to the Heat and the organization.
Bro.
When the NBA just signed a $76 billion deal, the cap is about to be
Jimmy's
increased
36
every year. Listen, $100 million extra does not cost the Heat nothing, bro.
Add time. Look at
So hold on, Jay. As a Heat fan, Jay, as a Heat fan,
that's like when you say she's 50 and she's not. She's 49.
Do you want them to sign Jimmy Butler as a Heat fan?
It's too late now. I said that in the offseason, yes, they should have gave him his 2-year extension and give it to him. That's it. Just give him a 2-year extension. Let everybody know that, yes, we're still an organization that believes in our players, that work with our players. We still have our regiment.
Don't believe in your player.
They do believe in him. That's why they want him to play. That's why they want him to play.
So then why aren't they giving the extension then?
They don't want to give him the extension because Pat Riley feels like you're not going to bully me into paying something that no one else is going to pay. So Pat Riley found out that the Phoenix Suns are willing to give up $100 million. Now he's lost. He thought nobody wanted Jimmy. He thought nobody was going to give Jimmy the $100 million.
Okay,
now Jimmy can go get his $100 million.
Is he resigning him?
Jimmy's going to go get his $100 million. He would have been
Pat
to Phoenix.
Riley resigning him.
No, Pat Riley's not, and Jimmy's
Okay,
gonna just opt in.
So then he don't believe in Jimmy then.
No, he believes in Jimmy. He just believes in Jimmy for the contract that he's under. That's what he believes in.
No, he just doesn't want Jimmy to mess up his plan. Jimmy's not gonna mess up my plan. I need $100 million and
Jimmy want Kobe treatment.
Business.
That's not good business.
No, Jimmy being a crybaby is bad business. Jimmy being a crybaby
all
is bad
players
business.
who've done what Jimmy did for the Heat should deserve the Kobe treatment. Kobe deserved his money as well. Players deserve their money. I'm not going to sit here and be crying about billionaires not wanting to pay their players.
You don't believe in thank you money?
They paid him already.
Money, and I do believe that Kobe Bryant earned that thank you money.
Why do you
think
believe
Jimmy
in
has
thank
with the
you?
Heat?
No.
Thank you.
2 finals? Almost 3?
What happened? Jimmy earned it with the Heat.
In 5 years. 100%.
And he's the main reason why.
In 5 years.
And he's the main reason why.
And I won't argue that. No.
You got to. You have to for the.
You
Because you give Dwayne Wade that. Because Dwayne Wade didn't get that Kobe treatment. That's the whole point.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Jay, because Pat Riley said he screwed that up. He 100% said he screwed that up.
That's why he's doing it again. He's doing this up now. The same thing. You're doing the same thing now.
No, I'm not doing the same thing because Jimmy Butler is not in the same regard as Dwayne Wade.
He went to more NBA Finals than D Wade as number one option.
Well,
and D Wade won more than him as the number one option.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
no,
so,
he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He did it?
Stop. No, he didn't.
He won a championship.
And as a matter of fact, Dwayne Wade went to 2 championships as the number one option.
No. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that.
He won one and he lost.
So when
I don't want to hear that. That's what happened.
How many rings did Jimmy win?
Talking about
Jimmy got 0 rings, and D Wade won one in those shit.
Go ahead, Ox.
And D Wade won one in those shit.
14 a game in the NBA Finals, 19, and I think he averaged 19. And
you said Anthony Edwards played great. He was 6.
Mars, do you watch any Heat games?
In Game 7, he played great in that series. Stop, Swiper.
That's why you gotta give Jimmy his money, man. Give Jimmy his money.
Yeah, but thank you money should come in the form of a front office position after retirement or like a couple percent.
No, that's what players don't want that no more.
Hold on.
I don't want to be Keith Askins. I don't want to be Bob McAdoo.
Hold on. Then
I don't want to be Karan Butler. Like, what is this? No, I'm Jimmy Butler.
I'm not ruining my franchise. Giving
Alonzo Mourning.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to work, so you want money without working.
He did work. I did it.
You want money without working.
I redeemed the Heat.
You're trying to do the work once you get paid twice. That's bad business.
Ox, you forget what I said.
If you don't want to work some more, I'm not giving you shit.
But to be fair,
thank you money.
It's bad business, Ox. It's Ox.
The worst supporting cast to go to multiple NBA Finals since 2000.
It's bad to cut off your plug. And what Miami is doing are cutting off their plug. You ain't gonna have a plug to a superstar no more. The plug. You know what? I'm sorry, Swiper. I just had to bring some street talk into this.
Your connect. He does.
Your connect. That's your. You had a reputation that was bad. Jimmy saved your reputation. Jimmy made your team seem viable for any superstar.
I mean,
no, they didn't. Jimmy,
that being said, they are in Miami.
Jimmy goes to China. Jimmy goes to China every summer and makes tens of millions of dollars.
Hey, Jay, say that again. Say that again. What you said? The plug was? Say it again.
The plug was thinking I can get Anthony Edwards. The plug is thinking I can land a Luka Doncic. That's the plug.
Okay.
Because there's agents out here. There's agents out here whose their job is to make sure that their clients get the best deal that they can get. And that's the point.
Anthony Edwards is tired of getting double teamed and passing the ball, so maybe him and Tyler Hero together could.
Man, Anthony Edwards, the way the NBA goes,
Right,
they ain't
so
going to Miami. He's going to be in LA, or if he leave at all, which he ain't leaving, he's going to be in Minnesota.
We about to transition. We about to transition over to these super chats. But while we talking about the Miami Heat, I just do want to say a couple more things. I want to talk about their game last night. The Miami Heat did prove that they are the better team in Florida by beating the Orlando Magic just last night, at least. They beat him in double overtime. The Miami Heat did have a good performance without Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo, y'all said he was washed. Not last night. He had 26 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Khalil Ware, y'all said he was too young. He had 19 points, 10 rebounds, couple steals. Tyler Hero, y'all said he was an all-star. Well, he had 30 points, 12 assists, and the Miami Heat handled the Orlando Magic. Paulo and Franz, well, Franz had a good game, kind of. He had 29 points. Paulo only had 17 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. But this is what Bam Adebayo had to say after the game. He said, through all the noise, through all the chaos, we can still win.
Because they nice. That's why.
Biscayne in June. That's where we have our parade.
Can this team win without Jimmy Butler?
Not a championship. Unless they trade him and get something else. But they can win games for sure.
All right. Well, y'all, we got some super chats, so let's go ahead and dive into it. The first super chat of the day actually came from Box Score Watching Wayne. He sent through a members chat and he said, we got Costco Wimby. Heat Nation, stand up. Talking about Khalil Ware.
Talking about Khalil Ware. Khalil Ware's going to be good. I like the young man. I like it.
Shout out Costco, by the way. Everybody keep shopping at Costco's.
Nah.
What's Costco? Because they're Kirkland,
Sam.
right?
Nah, Sam.
Kirkland. Yeah, it's Kirkland. Yeah, it's Kirkland.
No, but Costco's is holding on to what's true. Go ahead.
Sam, gang. Costco's too complex, man. All that bullshit.
Too complex.
Damn.
Yeah, man. You gotta have your
Costco
car.
the spot, bro.
You gotta have all this crazy shit.
MP13 said, so you guys want to give Jimmy this hypothetical contract, throwing the Heat past the second tax apron and crippling the team. Then a few months later, we'll hear the Heat crying that their personnel isn't good enough to compete.
The personnel isn't good enough to compete right now.
False.
But my thing is, like I said,
Jimmy is Heat coaching.
But if you're not gonna have Jimmy,
lose the best
who else
player,
you gonna pay?
that's more time.
Jimmy is Heat culture. Jimmy is Heat culture. It's the glue we need. It's the veteran presence we need. I don't know why we.
What is Heat culture exactly at this point? I need a lesson.
Professionalism, toughness.
It is.
Yep. Yeah, it's professionalism. That's a part of it.
Professionalism, toughness, being on time, being held accountable. That's Heat culture.
Honoring your contract.
Playing your part. That is
sound like an assembly
you.
line to me.
No, it is. I mean, Jermaine O'Neal
Assembly lines revolutionized America. You know
Jermaine O'Neal said he didn't sign with the Heat in 2010 offseason.
Made a few people a lot of money. You're right.
Yeah. So, it's culture, though. It helps. It's a winning culture, though. We won. So,
Void Century, maybe he knows what Heat culture is. Void Century said, Heat Nation, we got our joy back. Spo finally listened to us and put Jovic, Bam, Ware, and Hero on the court together. Hero, 30, 12, and 8. Bam, 26, 10, and 8. Ware, 19 and 10. Jovic, 15 and 7. Young core was cooking. Just need a true point guard.
Facts. That's all we need is a point guard. That's it. It's a wrap.
Then Void Century clapped back and said, this panel should stick to talking Houston, Kings, and Nuggets. Because you clearly don't know our roster or what's going on over here. Y'all just yapping, especially Jordan.
What team is he talking about?
Hey,
the Miami
boy.
The Heat, the Miami Heat.
Boy,
You see, that's a Heat
boy.
fan. Shout out to that Heat fan. Let's go,
boy.
baby.
Hey, boy. It is what it is, man. It is
Let's
what
go
it is,
Heat.
man.
Let's
Don't get
go
sensitive
Heat.
about your. Don't get sensitive about your team now. If they
Don't
ass,
get
they
sensitive.
ass. It
Ain't
is
no
what
problem.
it is. If your team ass, they ass. I'm not saying that they real ass, but I'm saying
They're
you
not.
got it's something. It's cheeks. It's
Like
little
Ox
cheeks in there.
said, 6 seed, and we can easily be better if we get on a nice little
man.
streak. It's all right.
Oh man, wishful thinking, man. Wishful thinking.
Jordan, what do you think this Miami Heat roster looks like? In your estimation?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. If I close my eyes right now and I try to find my way to the trash can, I probably will walk straight to the trash. That's what I.
So you think they're garbage? So you think this Miami Heat team is garbage?
This is what I'm saying.
That's a yes or no question, Jordan. Do you think they're garbage? Yes or no?
They're halfway to the garbage. Yes.
So they're not garbage. Okay.
No,
so
they're halfway to the garbage.
So they're not garbage. So we on our way to be.
What's in between you and your garbage right now?
They're not
furniture,
garbage,
walking.
A lot of nice stuff.
I gotta turn I gotta go. I gotta get up out of my chair, turn the corner, make another left.
Which means there's a lot of stuff in between.
I got the couch, I got the TV, I got the refrigerator, all in between me and the garbage. So they could be on the sofa, watching good time.
But look, let me tell you something about that though. No matter what, you still gotta go put something in the trash eventually. It's gonna make its way to the trash. You can set it on the side. You can set it on the counter. Eventually, it's gonna make its way to the trash.
So Jordan, in your estimation, with this Miami Heat roster, with what they have currently, what's trash about it?
Number one, I don't think they like, even with them getting rid of Jimmy Butler, right? Tyler Hero is not gonna be your number one superstar. Neither is Bam Adebayo, right?
Doesn't make them trash.
Hold on, come on, you gonna ask me the question? I gotta explain
it to you. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Let's say they do make the playoffs, right? As the 6th seed. Okay, cool. Gonna get their ass swept, smacked, punched in the face, tore up, right? So then they gonna redo it again, and they're gonna keep doing what? They're not gonna I'm under the impression they're not gonna get a superstar. They're not gonna get a guy.
Right.
So what are they gonna keep being? The 6th seed, the 7th seed? Then they're not gonna make the playoffs, and then what it's gonna be? Trash. It was trash all along. It just
they gotta get something in return for Jimmy when they trade him. Right?
So Jordan, in your estimation, the team that we currently have, so Tyler Hero's not gonna get better. This team as a unit,
even if he gets better, what's his ceiling? He's not a number one.
Okay, wait.
He's averaging 25, 5 and 5. What do you want him to do more? What do you want him to average 30?
Is Tyler Hero number one compared to all the number ones in the NBA?
The way he's playing right now, he's a number one. Yes.
To win an NBA championship.
Come on, man.
No.
To win an NBA championship. So Khalil Ware is going to get better, right? Jovic has gotten better.
You hope he gets better, but okay.
What do you mean? I hope he gets better. The fact that
Khalil Ware gets better.
Well, the fact that Pat Riley has now put him in the starting lineup, he's averaging 20 over the last. Pat Riley.
You see how confused you? That's what I'm saying. He's Jerry Jones. Is what you're saying?
I'm not confused.
He's Jerry Jones.
We were talking about
much
Pat
more
Riley.
success than the Cowboys, though.
We were talking about Pat Riley, but the fact that Eric Spoelstra has put Khalil Ware in the starting lineup, he's averaging 20 and 10 like over the last 5 games. That's going to get better. He might not be 20 and 10, but he's going to be.
Why do you think it's going to get better? What if it get worse?
He's 20. Because he's 20 years old.
Okay, what if it get worse? We've seen Jalen Green go on a tandem every year where he scores.
Is Jalen Green the same player that he was when he first showed up in the NBA 4 years ago?
No, absolutely not.
Point. He's young. He got better.
I don't know if Khalil Ware is that type of guy either, though.
Jalen Green is that type of guy. Of course he is. He's in Miami. He's gonna get there. That's the whole point.
Jaime Jaquez was real good too. It's like Jaime Jaquez good. He good.
Jaime's still good, but Jaime's not. Nobody ever thought Jaime was a number one option.
Not no number one option, but I'm saying he was supposed to get better. Did he get better?
Don't forget that guy.
That's why he was drafted 17th. That's why they drafted him where they drafted him at.
They drafted Jaime Jaquez 17th, and he's not supposed to get better.
Exactly. As a 23-year-old, no, there is no potential higher than that what he is right now. No, not high. No, we did not draft Jaime Jaquez to do
round pick.
What?
17.
Not buying that.
That don't make no sense.
No.
Yes, it does make sense. The NBA.
How would he not get better?
No, Jay, at 20, so a guy at 20 years old and a guy at 23 years old, a guy at 23 years old, he's already done. He's not going to get better. No, Jay, that's not the way that works.
That's how the NBA thinks.
No,
that's how the NBA thinks. That's how the NBA thinks.
No,
yes, they do.
Because if they thought that way, the Lakers wouldn't have taken the kid from Tennessee. There's no way that they're thinking that they're going to take the kid from Tennessee. There's no way that they're going to take him not thinking this kid's going to get better. This is it. This is all we getting from him. There's no way that the Miami Heat took. There's no way that the Miami Heat took Jaime Jaquez thinking that's it. We're not getting anything else from this kid. No, they didn't think that.
But chill. To your opinion, though, did he get better?
I think that this season was a down season.
Okay, so he got worse.
We've only seen him for 2 years.
Okay,
you act like sophomore slumps don't happen.
Okay, but did he get better? Did he get better or worse?
We see everybody go through sophomore slumps. No, I can't say he got worse. I just can't.
Okay. Are you excited? Are you excited about how many Jaquez?
I am for what they got. Like
I
people,
am
like
I'm
but
100%
even
excited about
when
it.
he was drafted, Jaime Jaquez wasn't drafted as a guy. Oh, he's gonna be our number one option. He's gonna score
He should
30
never
points.
been drafted in 17.
Jaime Jaquez is a
Why?
player who play. Hey, similar to what we say about Amen Thompson.
Wasn't he
That's
like
just
He's a
first team
player that
all-rookie
plays
last year?
winning basketball. He's a
And
player
he's-
that plays
and-
defense.
and
He's a
by the
player.
way, with Jimmy,
He could guard multiple
Who's goal?
positions. He
Y'all
could
talking
knock
about
down an
the-
open shot. Like Jaime Jaquez is a good basketball player. He's not.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
good
is.
basketball player.
He is.
No,
He'd be
he's
even
not
better
going to
in
average
Europe.
He'd
27.
be even better in Europe.
And a
Be
lot of
real
these
good
guys
in
would be
Europe.
better in Europe.
No, I'm just
I
saying
could
he's
go-
gonna
I
be
could
better
go
in
through the- I
Europe.
could go through the whole.
Ooh.
He's not going to Europe.
Jaime Jaquez.
Why would he
but
be
he's
in Europe?
not going to Europe.
Oh, okay, you go see.
I'm sitting here to
4.
tell you he's not
Give
going
it
to
4
Europe.
years. Okay, all right, that's
so he's gonna
fine.
be out the
Give it
league
4
in
years.
4 years. So he'll be out the league in 4 years. All right.
He's
Wait,
gonna
have y'all, did y'all talk about the Rockets?
Now
game
you
last night, or-
bugging Jordan.
Yo,
Yeah, we did, we
Swiper,
did.
you showed up
We
a little
did, you
late,
missed
Swiper.
Uh,
Just a little late.
I just want.
But-
I'm in propaganda. I got you.
Stanley sent through a super chat. He said, "How did Jimmy lead a team of nobodies to the NBA Finals, but couldn't win with the 76ers, Wolves, and Chicago? I guess those teams were college level teams."
I have an answer
That's a good question because Kawhi
I have an
walked him
answer.
there.
Go
because
ahead,
Jimmy
Swiper.
Butler was not in his prime when he was with Chicago. He was not in his prime when he was with the Wolves. The team was worse. He was not in his prime, true prime, when he was with the 76ers, and then the 76ers bottomed out
That's the
with the
bullshit right
Raptors.
there.
He was good. No, I think he was really good. I think he was really good. He was an all-star that year. He all-star
26
level, all-star
years
level.
old. He's
But
27
they
years
also
old playing for Minnesota
their offense fell apart. Their best player,
What is- how old-
27 years old.
average,
playing with the
their
Minnesota
best,
Timberwolves.
and he got better after that point. Chill. You're
So they can get
you're
better, but
developing
Tyler
guy.
Hero and them can't get better.
Tyler
Not-
did
man
get no.
can't
No,
get
hold
better.
on.
So wait, so are you saying? Wait, so
You
Swiper,
know,
are you
Jaime
saying?
Jaquez
So
played
wait, so
better.
Swiper, so you saying
You
Jimmy
don't-
he
became
got
Jimmy in
better, though.
Miami?
I said
So
Tyler
wait.
Hero is arguably better than Donovan Mitchell this year already like a month ago. So you don't get to do that to me. Tyler has absolutely gotten better. It's just they were also trying to trade him for the last 3 years too. That's
They
still
were.
true.
No,
we're
but are you
talking
saying
about-
Jimmy? Are you saying Jimmy became Jimmy in Miami though, Swiper? Is that what you're saying?
Jimmy grew more into
Maybe
himself
it's
in Miami,
Eric
100%.
Spoelstra. Did we ever?
So that's what I'm
about
saying.
that?
So with that being said, that's why you have to pay the man, correct? Pay the man, get the right reputation, like you said, clear up our name with all the bad
he's
stuff that goes on.
35.
Man, all they got to do is
35,
keep paying
you know.
Eric Spoelstra.
The only
They'll be all right.
35-year-olds that are getting max guaranteed no matter what are LeBron, Steph, Durant. Harden ain't even getting the max whenever he won't. Harden had to fight for one. Harden's gonna get an extension. I don't even know if he's getting the max, and he's been better than Jimmy this year.
So two things. Number one, Jimmy Butler played 4 years of college, so he came in the league at 23. He is not the same player he was when he came in the league to moving
keep
forward.
going.
That's number one. Number two,
Mhm.
So Swiper, in your estimation, Tyler Hero today, do you think Tyler Hero is in his prime?
I think this is a first step into all NBA Tyler Hero that they've been waiting on. 100%.
Not in his prime yet, though.
So he's not in his prime yet, but
No,
Well, how old is he? 27?
no, he's 25.
25. Yeah,
What? Yeah,
Yes,
he's a
25.
little bit
he
away.
get to about 28, 29. That's usually when he start.
So 28, 29 is when you're in your prime. And,
That's
and
crazy,
you guys,
bro.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when he was in, and I want to make sure that I clarify your point. I want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly, Swipe, because you said in Minnesota he wasn't in his prime. The team wasn't good enough. He was 27 years old when he played in Minnesota.
Players will come
Okay.
along late. I think that his best seasons came later.
Right. He was in his prime at 27 years old, but the team wasn't that good. Those two things are not.
But you realize that prime for me though, it's not just about like your physical skill set. I think his mind had to catch up to where he was. I think once he got to Miami, his mind transitioned from being what he was, which is an all-star caliber player, he turned into like a legitimate all NBA player / MVP candidate in the playoffs. Like I think that he grew to that point.
I could still be in my prime and not be there yet, which is what was going on with Jimmy Butler.
I thought prime is your peak, so I mean, I guess
No, your peak and your prime are two different things. No,
Oh,
I
man.
thought it was too, though. I thought your prime was your peak too.
So is Joker at his peak?
Yes.
Yes, I
Was
think he's at his
Joker-
prime. I don't think.
Wait. Was Joker is at his peak today in January 2024?
He's peaking now, yes.
I think he's peaking right now. Was Joker at his peak in 2020?
I mean, I think personally
That's
he
a yes
started,
or no question.
he started turning
Yes or
into his
no?
prime. No, I don't think things are nebulous. I think you can't just be black and white. Joker was 25.
He was
That
in
an
year
25
5, by
season.
the way. In the
2020?
2020 season. In the 2020 season, he was in year 5. He showed up in 15.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I mean, yeah, but he won his MVP at age 25, right? But we can agree he started to peak out at that point, but he's gotten significantly better since his first MVP year, right?
Yes, he has.
He started
But
his
that
prime
doesn't
at
mean-
25.
But he was in his prime. He just where he is right now. This is the peak of his prime.
Yeah, I mean,
And
but
you
he can still keep peaking. Like he might still be doing this. I'm saying,
Right.
well, you start your ascension.
During his prime.
SGA started his ascension at 25. Really. I think 24 and a half, 25. SGA at 26 is the best he's ever been. But it doesn't mean it's going to go like this.
No,
He's
Yeah.
26,
I'm not saying
27,
that.
28, 29.
I'm not saying
And then it's
that
gonna
at all.
stop. And then it's gonna stop, and he's gonna maintain it.
LeBron peaked in regular season, 12, 13 playoffs, and then he went like this in a regular season, and then he did this every year. And then by the time 2018 came around, how old was he in 2018 in the playoffs? 30, 34, 33?
31.
34.
Yeah, then I think he went to another place in his peak. He was still in his prime, though.
Right.
So that's at least for me, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I think your prime is longer than your peak. I think a peak is a short term
Yes.
between like 2 to 3 years, but your prime could last
Unless you're
anywhere between
LeBron.
5 to 10. And
Unless
like if
you're
you're
Jordan.
LeBron, it's 20 years.
Yeah. Hey, but hold
But
on, chill, because I'm gonna go back to this, and y'all gonna get tired of me talking about Jaime Jaquez. I just want to know how is a man shooting 31% from three, right? 40. I think he's 48 from the floor. He averaged like 9 points a game. Not that great of a rebounder, not that great of an assist person. Where is your excitement about me looking at Jaime Jaquez in the
He
next
knows how
5
to-
years?
He
Shooting
knows
slump?
how to play
Don't gotta be
basketball.
exciting.
He knows
He
how
has
to
no
play
shooting
basketball.
slump, right? But he's not a good shooter. He don't have no
Today.
shooting slump.
Now,
He
today.
just
What do you
a
mean
hooper, bro.
today?
He's
What do
just
you
a
mean
hooper.
today?
You
What
realize
do you mean
that, but
swiper?
shooting,
Do
for
you
me,
realize
shooting is
last year
shooting-
he
I-
shot from 32?
Drenchman Sports, let me ask you a question. Do you think among all of the NBA skill sets, is shooting the one that's easiest to improve among the major skill sets?
No, I don't think it's the easiest.
What's the
improve.
easiest to improve, you think, of the major skill sets in basketball?
As far as on the game, I probably would say your IQ, because you can kind of figure out different ways you can attack. I don't think shooting is the easiest one though.
Okay, so JB, I think Jaylen Brown's an example of your shooting getting better over the course of time as you develop. I think Giannis is an example of your shooting getting better over time as you develop. Now, big men are typically going to oscillate. I think Jokic, I think a lot of these bigs, I think Embiid, I think your shooting can get better. I think if Jaime Jaquez Jr. just continues to work on his game over the stretch of years, Kevin Love talked about this too. Kevin was not a shooter, and then Kevin over years developed into a shooter.
Yeah, but you know what the
So
problem
Blake
with all the
Griffin-
guys you just
Blake
said?
Griffin-
Jaime
Blake
Jaquez is
Griffin
neither
said
one of them
that,
guys.
Blake
But
Griffin
why
also
is it?
said
Why
that.
is it that?
don't
He
know
not
that.
even
Well, I
close.
don't
What do you
understand.
mean?
You don't know
Yes,
that.
we do know. We do
we-
know
we-
Jaime Jaquez
we-
is not
we-
Giannis.
I'm not
Jokic,
saying that he's
Kevin
Giannis
Love.
or Kevin Love. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But Swiper, continue your point. I apologize.
Well, I was just going to say, Blake Griffin talked about this on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, that he started working on his jumper years prior to when it started actually being good as a three-point shooter in Detroit. So, like, it takes a lot of time. So let's just say Jaime for the next 3 or 4 years. And somebody said Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez was not a three-point
Hey,
shooter at all.
don't give people that long of Jaime Jaquez status.
What?
Your ass.
We're talking, but this is
You
the
talking about
Miami Heat though.
stars.
This ain't
You talking about
the LA
stars,
Lakers
Swiper.
though.
You
This is the
talking
Heat,
about,
not the Lakers.
A
Where the
very
developed guys are.
mid,
Where they
close
are.
to bad
This is-
role
this is-
player.
Like you
Y'all can say
you're talking
develop
about
all you want, bro. They about to be out on Duncan Robinson, bro.
But you're
Jaime's
talking about it
better than Duncan Robinson.
Bro, Duncan Robinson had a hell of a
What?
year when they was going to the ship.
Duncan got a strap, but Jaime Jaquez is a
Bro,
better
Duncan
basketball
got
They
there.
player.
are
than Duncan
almost
relative
out
to what
on
he is,
Duncan,
man.
bro. They are
Hey,
almost out on. I remember Duncan Robinson in the G League when he was busting
Duncan
ass
Robinson
with the
been on the team for like
In
6 years.
6
Yeah,
years. How
yeah.
old is
Yes,
Duncan
he has
Robinson?
Duncan Robinson has a specialty.
And they ain't got rid of him yet. So what are you talking
he-
about?
oh,
This
oh,
is the
he-
Miami Heat. This
oh,
is
he
not the
on the
LA Lakers.
He on the way done. Nobody want Duncan Robinson contract.
It's
Yeah,
been 8 years,
Duncan
Jordan.
Robinson's 31. Jaime Jaquez is
Duncan Robinson
23.
has a specialty. What is Jaime
Why
Jaquez's
can't Jaime
specialty?
develop a
Jaime
specialty,
Jaquez
though?
does the other stuff, Jordan. I
J.R.
want to know.
Smith
I want to know how
developed a specialty.
y'all just had a whole
Because it's
conversation
easily replaceable.
about people.
Shumpert
Y'all just had a
easily
whole
replaceable.
conversation about people getting better at 28, 29, all that too, right? Y'all just had this conversation.
Yes.
So how come if a guy comes into the league at 23, he can't get better in that 5-6 year time right there? You can only get better if you come to the league at 18. You can't
you have a
improve if you come to the
specialty.
league at
Yeah, if
27.
you have a specialty.
Aaron Gordon's
You have a
gotten better as
specialty.
a shooter.
Yeah, if you have a
Aaron Gordon
specialty,
had a
right? That don't
specialty.
even make no
Aaron
sense.
Gordon
He
had
was
a
never a
specialty.
shooter.
Now,
Yeah,
Never.
but
now
he
it's
can be a
gonna
shooter.
sound like you
His
just saying
athleticism,
anything, bro.
his
That don't make no
athleticism
sense.
was his specialty. His
But he's
athleticism was
gotten
his
better as a
specialty.
shooter over the course
was-
of his career.
Jordan's saying Jaime's not going to be given the time to
Exactly.
develop as a shooter. You guys are just misunderstanding.
Well, I just don't
We're not
and-
misunderstanding.
and-
I don't think it's nonsense. I don't understand. I just think he's wrong.
That's why I said about his
I'm
age.
putting
That's what I
Swiper.
said about his
Swiper's
age.
right.
And Mars, I agree with you. That's why I said about the age thing. That's the thing about the age that, like Jordan said, the NBA sees you at 23, 24, not as a potential player. You have to be able to fit in now, do what you got to do right now.
You're not. He's starting for you guys.
Your ceiling is not that high. Your ceiling is not that high. You're going to average around 12, 13, 14 points. That's what you're going to see from Dalton Connect. That's what you're going to see from Jaime Jaquez. Not to say that makes them a bad player, because, again, most people depend on what makes you bad on your contract. He's not going to demand a big contract, but he's still somebody that the Heat are going to use. He's a serviceable player. But he's not like somebody you drafted at 20 years old. You're going to give the time, like he said, because they have a specialty to develop into something. He doesn't have one.
Jaime Jaquez is easily replaceable. Easily.
I don't know about easily.
No, he's not, because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes,
okay,
he's a good player. He could play
because he knows how to play basketball first. But that's not even the big part about it. The big part about it is that we're talking about the Miami Heat. We're not talking about LA Lakers. Jaime Jaquez came in as a grown man, a professional. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no issues with Jaime. He just do his job. On top of that, he knows how to play basketball just all around. Not just his scoring, his ability to shoot, all that other stuff that y'all care about. He's a hustle player. A mesh guy. He's a guy that meshes everything together. That's what Jaime Jaquez is. He's not easily replaceable. His stats and his numbers are easily replaceable.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one that lasted.
Him as a professional basketball player on the Miami Heat, that is not easily replaceable.
Hey, you remember Torrey Craig?
Yeah.
Sure. What about Torrey Craig?
He was pretty good. Good role.
Jordan, but see, you only see in the basketball court. You're not seeing what comes with being a professional basketball player, which I know you understand. So I don't know why you act like that.
What would Torrey Craig look like? Since you brought up Torrey Craig, Jordan, what would Torrey Craig look like if he was raised in the Miami Heat organization? What would he look like if he was raised in a different organization?
Oh man, when y'all talk about players raising in the Miami Heat organization, stop including these role players, because they don't have a history of raising some guy like, oh yeah, we raised this role player for life. No, you're talking about D Wade, and now you're talking about a lot. UD, cool. I'm great with UD. D Wade. I guess you're gonna say Alonzo Mourning.
Tyler Hero been on the crew since 2018. This is year 7. Bam been on the crew. Bam been on the crew. Bam been on the crew.
This is year 8 for Bam.
Tyler Hero been on the crew for a lot of years up until this one.
Bam been on the crew. Bam been on the crew since 2018. Duncan Robinson been on the crew since 2020, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 2019 or 2020. These guys been on the crew for a long time. They are raising
the Heat been around. The Heat been around for a long time. Y'all are talking about what about right now. The Heat's been around a long time. Name me a player that the Heat has had like Jaime Jaquez that have stuck around with the Heat for 20 years.
Udonis has
20 years.
Udonis.
First of all, Udonis clears the shit out of Jaime Jaquez. By the way, he went to college for 4 years. He didn't get drafted. So Jaime Jaquez is going to be UD.
Who said that? I don't know why he has to be UD. My only pushback is he's not going to develop.
Okay, even if he doesn't even become UD, you know what happens to if he don't become UD? His ass ain't on the Heat no more. Because who else did they keep like that?
Did the Miami Heat make the playoffs last year?
Jason Richardson was one of the guys they kind of developed. Jason Richardson was what they do with his ass.
Sure. Now, did the Miami Heat make the playoffs last year?
No. What about the Heat culture about keeping and developing guys? Why they got rid of Jason Richardson? Josh Richardson.
They got rid of Josh Richardson for a better player.
Okay, so what they gonna do with Jaime?
So Josh was a good asset. They turned into a better asset. I hope they can.
Now y'all moving it. Now y'all moving it. No, y'all moving it now. Yes, y'all are. Y'all just said the Heat raised people.
This is me. I've been in the corner stationary standing like this.
What you're trying to tell us is that they're just gonna dump. They're just gonna dump Jaime Jaquez.
Did they dump Josh Richardson? Chill. Did they dump Josh Richardson?
Wait. Jaime is in all these deal packages to try to get Damian Lillard. Bro. They do throw Jaime Jaquez in the deal package. They do. They do. But he's
Wait,
still a good
I have-
player.
I
He's
have a
still a good
question,
player.
Jordan.
Jordan
Do you
is
think
off.
they-
He's still a good player. He's not
Rockets
nobody that's
trade Cam Whitmore. Are they just trying to dump him, or do you think they're trying to increase?
Bro, that has nothing to do with this argument.
asking
And
you.
Chill
Yeah,
know
you're-
it. That's why he's
I'm
smiling.
asking,
Chill,
when
you
trade a
walked
young
yourself
player
right into that
for a
trap,
better
Chill.
player, is that
No,
a
I
dump?
did not. I don't got
Yes,
nothing to do
you
with that.
did.
No, I did
Swiper,
not.
you keep trying to move the
I'm not
goalpost,
moving.
Swiper.
I'm
It's,
asking for
the
the same
goalpost is
scenario.
right here. The goalpost is right here.
I
Y'all
have no
said,
goalpost
y'all
the whole
talk
time.
about the Heat organization like these
Right.
Heat
And I
develop
brought up the guys
10-year
over the
role
last
players,
over the
and
last
they
10
don't.
years. Over the last 10 years, I'm talking about the guys that they've developed. You're not high on Jaime Hawkins. Clearly, the Miami Heat are, because he's starting for them. He's not just a guy in the rotation. He starts for them.
Who else?
That's
Who
what's
else?
going on with him.
Jimmy.
But over the last couple of years, almost within the last 10 years, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Duncan Robinson, Jaime Hawkins, Jovic. These are guys that they are developing, moving forward. This is what the Miami Heat are doing. What you want to do, because you brought up Josh Richardson, that's the trap you walked yourself into. You brought up Josh Richardson like they're going to just dump him, even though they traded him for a better player in Jimmy Butler. Well, if I'm going to move off of Jaime Hawkins for a better player like Anthony Edwards, hell yeah, I'm doing that. Who ain't doing
I don't know
that?
how many NBA teams is excited about Jaime Hawkins.
All right, y'all.
I'm
We about to get back to these super
I'm
chats.
sorry, they was breaking down the door for Josh Richardson, but they got Jimmy
Josh
Butler.
Richardson was pretty damn good. Josh Richardson got paid too.
And also, Josh Richardson's back on the Heat too, so they
By
let him
the
go
way,
and then they brought him back.
By the way, Ron,
But all right,
His ass
y'all.
gonna be going again. His ass gonna be going again.
And
That's okay.
MJ235 said predict the 3 all NBA teams by the year's end.
Tyler Hero gonna be on the third team. That's my argument.
Think so? I hope
I
so.
want him to. I think
If
he
not,
deserves it.
the Heat are in trouble then. If
He's
they
not
do
gonna
that-
make the All-Star team, but he might make the All-NBA.
If they do that, we're gonna lose him. It's a wrap.
Well, I said this a month ago that I think Tyler Hero going to make All-NBA. He will get the be Supermax eligible, and he's gonna be up for 330, and we're gonna be in a whole bidding war.
Yep.
And by the way, Jay, just so you know, you're talking to a fledgling media member who's going to vote for Tyler Hero to be an All-Pro this year. By the way, just so you know, I just want to make sure you know who you're talking to. Yes.
Who, Swiper? Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
Swiper get media vote. You got NBA credentials, Swiper? Damn,
Yes, he does.
big dog.
Mhm.
So I would say quit snitching on him.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Yo.
100%.
And MJ, we aren't going to predict all 3 NBA teams because we don't necessarily have the time to do that today. But one of these episodes will do our predictions for the all NBA teams. Appreciate you for sending through the super chat, though.
Yes, sir.
We got another super chat from Average Joe. Joe said Jovic is 21, Ware is 20. Both are 6'10 plus and mobile and can shoot. Why is this man Jordan not considering them as youthful talent that Miami has?
Because if you can't win the NBA championship, you trash.
Because Jordan don't watch the Heat.
Okay.
Because if you can't win the NBA championship, you trash. That's why.
Now, I'm just saying, if you get
Yeah,
the 6th
Jordan,
seed
who
this
let-
year,
who
then
let-
the next
who
year
let the
you
Heat
get the
score
8th
in
seed, then after
2002?
that you get.
How loyal are you? Who led the Heat in scoring in
I'm
2000?
not a loyal Heat fan, but in 2002, I don't know. It wasn't D Wade, so I don't know who the hell it was.
I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. Is that was Eddie Jones or Glenn Rice?
I have no clue who the hell
I
it
think it
was.
was Eddie Jones. It was Eddie Jones. We had Eddie
Easy.
Jones, Brian Grant. I think we even had Ray Austin on that team too.
See, y'all, I'm telling y'all don't even know, bro. Y'all had
Ron
to
Butler
see
was
it.
on that
Eddie,
crew too, by the way.
Eddie Jones was cold, bro.
No, Cron Butler was
Eddie
on
Jones
the.
was good, though.
Cron Butler was on the 03
I don't-
team. That
I
was
didn't
his,
remember him on the
he
Heat.
got drafted in 02. Did he get drafted in 2002?
Yeah. The next year.
No, he said the 2002 Heat. I'm thinking 2001.
Swiper, why the
2002 team.
2002 Heat anyway?
I remember that whole era, but you gonna understand, bro. I've been locked into the league a long time, my dog. Hey, Ricky, the Cavs before they got LeBron used to be one of my favorite watches, bro. I thought they was flying. I literally thought they were flying.
Because of Ricky Davis.
Darius Miles,
Darius
Ricky
Miles.
Davis. Yeah,
Hey,
I was
Ricky
Boozer.
Davis was a
They had
guy,
Boozer.
boy.
I didn't know no better.
Ricky
I didn't
Davis
know no better. I
was
just
a guy,
chill.
boy. I swear to
White
God,
chicken
boy.
was-
All I know
Bro,
is that-
Ricky Davis was a dude.
All I know is that the curse of Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones gets traded from the Los Angeles Lakers. The next year they win the NBA championship. He gets traded from the Miami Heat in 05. The next year they win the NBA championship. Give me a break.
Eddie was bad business. Eddie
Give me
was
a
bad
break.
business.
And I
Eddie
like
was
Eddie
bullshit.
Jones.
That's
I'm
a
a-
coincidence.
I'm-
That's nothing more than a coincidence,
I'm
right?
an
Hey,
Eddie
Eddie was
Jones
bad
stan.
business.
I am. I'm an Eddie Jones stan. I love it.
Wait. Who was it that went back for who won the championship with? Was it with the Warriors and then they won with Toronto?
Patrick
Didn't they have-
McCall. Patrick McCall.
Was that McCall? Yeah.
McCall was on the high streak, boy. He was on a heater. he was getting them things.
All right,
Danny-
y'all. This show is brought to you by PrizePicks, where you can run your game, control your game, and win your game. Download the app and you will get 50 back instantly when you play just $5. Make sure you use the promo code panel, and all of this will happen for you. I also want to shout out our Hall of Famers. Right now, we have Cobra Center Raditz, Tracy Steele, Multi Kenny, and Jay Hub, our newest Hall of Famer. If you guys want to pull up for Hall of Fame Friday, we would love to have you up here to cook bums like myself. The rest of these guys, no ball. So you can come up here and cook me, but these guys have brilliant basketball minds and they're gurus. Shout out to Penn as well. Oh, speaking of which, there's a couple players of the week. And the player of the week in the West is Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's been on the heater lately.
They got him listed as a small forward now?
That's what he's been playing. I've been telling people for the longest they want him as a small forward. That's what they want him as. They're gonna try it. I think they're gonna regret it, but they're gonna try him playing small forward. But I just don't understand why teams just won't make his ass go right. Like he go left every single time, and they just let him do that shit.
Shots that like
who's the other
that shit
player?
ugly.
It feels, but because he's leaning in and because it's like like almost like a straight shot, it feels like it's going in all the time. For me, just the way his shot mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. The way the ball goes, and it's a soft touch too. It's like a soft that joint drop right in, just
right foot up.
That
right
shit ugly as hell, but that shit go in, boy. He only driving left. They ain't figured it out yet. Hey, I'm not even gonna respond to that because ain't no way in hell we comparing Ricky Davis to Jaime Jaquez.
Masinko said, this clown says Jaime sucks, but
No way.
Ricky Davis is a god.
Who said that?
No way. Yeah, I didn't even say he was a god, but number one, but I can tell you right now with my eyes closed, Ricky Davis clears Jaime Jaquez.
2003 live, Ricky Davis was that dude.
You know Mars know who Ricky Davis is.
Well, I don't know if he ever spent time watching him though, like on his playbacks. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, Ricky Davis used to be sagging, boy.
Ricky Davis is another one of those players that came to Miami and couldn't deal with the regiment with Pat Riley and left.
Yeah, you got to let Ricky Davis rock out.
Bro, hey, I forgot Ricky Davis at his only year averaging 20 was right before LeBron got there. I forgot about that. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ricky Davis used to be sagging. He used to be sagging, dunking. I'd be like,
he's on record. Ricky Davis is on record saying that when they drafted Bron, he said he thought they was drafting Bron to help him.
Mm-hmm.
He done lost in that seat.
All of Loser said he had to fit in too.
I'm sorry, Jay. I know you knew that. Yeah, but that's,
hey, I knew that too.
No, I know. Trust me, I know. You know, I know.
Ricky Davis wasn't right upstairs, bro. He wasn't in his head. He wasn't right. Something was wrong up there.
He said he thought they was drafting Bron to help him. Yeah,
they were.
But
no,
to
they
be
wasn't
fair though,
drafting
when
Bron
you a wing and you score 20 in the league, because hey, you know who.
Man, stop it, Swipe. I see this grown ass man coming out
of
one
year too. But look, Jordan Stack had a year like that too, though. When we put a
high school player. You gonna let a high school player take my job? You gonna let a high school player take my job?
He wasn't no regular high school player.
LeBron wasn't. You're right. You're correct.
Yeah, ain't no way hell a team drafted somebody number one that's LeBron James, and I'm gonna be looking. Oh shit, he gonna be a good help for me. Man, I better get my shit together. If I better get my shit together. Well, cause shit ain't nowhere here. That's like that freshman. That's like that freshman coming from middle school. And you a junior or sophomore on varsity, and they talking about this freshman phenom, and y'all talking about, yeah, he gonna help. He gonna help. Then coach got him in the first team.
I would have been hot if I was
a
a senior and LeBron walked into school at 6'3", at 190 pounds.
I don't give a damn if you're gonna be hot. You're gonna be hot in the bleachers.
You're
gonna be
you've been waiting 3 years to start at wing, and here come LeBron. No facial hair, nothing.
No, you ain't getting no run with that dude. No,
with that uncombed afro. With that uncombed afro.
Yes, because I'm broke, Jay. I ain't got no money to get a haircut. I ain't got no money to get a haircut.
No, I'm talking about chill. You gonna be hot. Chill. You gonna be hot if you was a senior and LeBron come in about to start. You gonna be hot.
What can you do if you busting your ass in practice? What can you be mad about?
You better get your shit together. You better get your shit together.
Leading up to that, the coach is saying all you got to do is keep grinding, just keep taking care of business.
No, he ain't saying that. That coach lying like a motherfucker.
Hey, things happen.
We're gonna have to figure out we're clearly gonna have to figure out the rest of the spots because that dude is getting one of them. So we're gonna have to.
I'm saying though, you better learn how to dribble real good. You better go take that point guard spot.
Hey, as a coach, I gotta pull you to the side. I'm gonna say, hey, brother. I know I love you like family, but you better get your shit together because this young boy right here.
We're not even talking about nothing. What's understood ain't gotta be explained.
You just gotta take somebody else's spot because I'm playing. He for sure playing, but I'm getting on this course.
The only person, LeBron,
it ain't my spot. I ain't tripping. He taking
somebody. Hey,
Football-
somebody else,
football
get your
too.
shit together, though.
It was football too. LeBron walked on a football field and took a starting spot. It was over.
I know they was glad when he got off the football field. I know they was like, God damn, thank you. Take his ass to basketball.
Probably
They was
not.
like,
They was
please.
probably trying to win state. They was
Shit.
probably like, yo,
Not with
Bron,
that
come on.
Not with that quarterback. Not with that quarterback that was throwing that
Hey.
ball.
That's how, hey, 'cause that's how y'all supposed to be though. Like you got that young boy, yeah, bring him on. We need some help.
That's what Derrick Henry was. Walked in as a freshman, got 2,000 yards as a fresh. Nothing.
Yeah, that's what Derrick Henry just did for Lamar Jackson, but Lamar still couldn't get it done.
Scotty
All right,
Barnes
so
got
we-
player of the week. Okay.
We
Ain't no
have
way you didn't
another
bring Penn
player
up
of the
for
week in the Eastern Conference. Scotty Barnes got it. This is courtesy of Penn. He posted this. He said, your boy Scotty Barnes, Eastern Conference player of the week. All right, NBA. Got time to make him an all-star.
Hey, Ron, shout out to you for liking the picture.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Ron for liking the picture. Man, ain't no way you didn't bring Penn up today for this. It's all right, though. He'll be here. Penn coming Friday?
We'll see Penn when we see Penn. I don't know.
We know we're going to talk about Scotty Barnes for an hour, though.
Jaime Jaquez is easily replaceable.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm not saying Penn is Jaime. I'm saying Penn is replacing Jaime.
No.
Whoever Jaime is up
him
here.
and Andre Jackson Jr. Them two right there. That shit gonna be gone.
All right, we got a couple more super chats though. My man DSG Piccolo said the Blazers really took Scoot when we could have had him in, aka healthy Ben Simmons with confidence. Chauncey a terrorist, so Amen wouldn't be this good in Portland.
So why bring him up?
Revisionist history. People were saying that he would be a consensus number one if Wemby wasn't in the class, and now it's a mistake. That's so crazy, bro.
That's not true.
School had a good game last night.
He did.
Scoot's been
He's
balling.
playing well lately.
He's been playing better lately.
Hey, just don't put no money on him.
Does Amen Thompson go before Chet? I don't think so.
No. Hell no.
Nah.
Well, Chet's a different draft class.
That's
was
right.
in
He
the
did
Wemby
miss
draft.
that season. Because
Yeah,
I'm
he
thinking
was in
about
the
both of them
Wemby
being rookie of the year.
He was
that's
with Paolo.
Yeah, it's different.
In a
season.
redraft, he goes second.
That's correct.
Who would? Amen.
Thompson.
Yeah.
Easily too.
Yes, I can get with that.
We have a couple new members, starting with a man by the name of Manny Wallace. And then Cato became a member today too. And Cheese decided to.
You sure it's not K Spade too?
Could be that. But then Cheese also decided to be a humanitarian for the chat, and he gifted 10 Players Choice memberships.
Hey yo, shout out Cheese. One of my favorite shows all time. The Wire.
You really
And-
watch that show? Oh, you talking about The Wire? Oh, okay.
Last but not least, shout out my dog Keep Verse Haters 2.0. He became a YouTube member, and I'm surprised he hasn't sent through a super chat cooking you guys on your heat takes. Maybe he
Damn,
agrees.
we get jumped by the Heat culture today. Jay, what you bring up here with you?
This game
Jordan,
in June.
Jordan, you don't know it's thick around here with them Heat people.
What? Oh,
Hey.
man, I got a nut. Man, I had to.
Oh,
What
we
was the other
travel.
one?
We travel
Oh,
well.
He rolled thick.
Well, I
We
had
travel
Max-
well.
I had Max Christie FC on my ass. Now I got the Heat culture on my ass too. Oh man, this shit I ain't gonna never be able to live.
You might have to watch your back, Jordan. You better be careful how you moving around here.
And then
Watch
you said
your back.
something about a Hispanic player. On top of that, you done messed up with us, Miami.
Not
boys.
just any Hispanic player, a Mexican dude. You might want to watch your back.
Oh,
You done
Know what I'm
messed up,
saying? You
brother.
might want to watch your back,
You
B.
done messed up.
Yeah,
You done
I ain't
messed
know I
up.
had
Real
Max
out
Christie FC and Heat Nation
Pitbull
and the
Pretty Ricky
Mexican
finna
pride
come
on
get
my
him,
ass.
chill.
Gandhi KV2 said, chill. Amin is better than Mobley and pretty much anyone else under 23 for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
How old is Franz?
23, I think.
Man. Bullshit that.
I mean, Wemby.
Y'all really love this kid.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
he's
Wemby
good,
too.
but not
How
that
about
good.
Wemby?
Y'all tripping.
Wemby is the
Well,
He's
to be
good.
fair, I want to say Mars was on this. Well, I think we said this over a month ago. I said that he was the best player on the team already, but the numbers didn't show it. But Mars, I watched that game yesterday. I had the Nuggets game on this trash TV up here watching that trash game, and I turned a real basketball game on, and I'm watching it. I'm in Thompson last 5 minutes of the game. Wow! And I saw the first half on clip. I'm like, why is Jason Tatum 2 of 10? And then I rewatched. I said, oh my gosh! And then Mars, last 5 minutes of the game, I said, what? Why they giving this man the ball like he like that? This man, boom! Get out of my way, JB. Floater, take this. We'll see you on the
I
other
think
side.
he is the best player on the team, but
Talking on the Rockets? Talking on the Rockets?
if Houston were to have an all-star, it would have been a man if he
Didn't score in the first half.
He didn't score.
But he had a nice third quarter, though. He had a nice third quarter.
These are handcuffs. You come with me. Shut the door on him.
I wish my favorite
But he ain't better than Franz though.
That's fine. Franz really good, but
Hey, I'm just
Franz is
Wait,
on the
Mars,
roster.
what does Amen? If Amen by the end of this year, I think we agree he makes an All NBA defense team, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So by next year, do we think Amen's the first clear, legitimate All-Star vote for them since Harden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think he's an
Yeah, I
all-star
think so,
next
too.
year. I think he's an all-star.
Okay, like do you think he
I think
can?
he would have been. I think
especially
he would have been an
improves.
all-star this year if he started the whole year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Especially
You think
if
he's
he
going to have
improves
like
the way he's
Jalen
doing.
Johnson type numbers, like 20, 10, 5 type thing?
If he's a
Possible.
20 and 10 guy,
very, very possible.
Swiper, if he's a 20 and 10 guy, he's starting in the All-Star game. Because Houston is ranked like at the top of the Western Conference.
No, because LeBron, KD, and Jokic are going to start. So,
These fucking guys still here. Oh my god, I forgot. Holy shit.
but he
Oh my
he is really good.
Right.
Um,
yeah, I keep forgetting about them dudes.
I don't know what the ceiling is with the scoring. I already said it earlier. Like he can give you 16 of just like doing nothing, but like, I don't know how high he can really go as a scorer.
I keep
I'm
saying
telling-
he remind me a lot of Ron Artest, bro. Like a lot of Ron Artest.
Amen
Just less
is going.
athletic.
He's going to develop some tools on the offensive end, a go-to move or two. He already got one. Just
He's
getting
gonna
down
go
here
to
doing
that
Euro
Euro
step floater.
Bro,
I'm telling you, he's gonna get better than that though. You don't just play 82 games. You don't just play playoff games. You don't just practice and not pick up moves. Amen is going to get some go-to moves, and he's not just gonna get buckets off alley-oops, fast breaks, back.
But it's hard for me to project.
Why not, Ron?
It's hard for me to project.
What do you mean,
what
why
it's gonna
not?
look like. So like, I just don't.
He just
know.
not.
He remind
He
me
just not
of
that.
Ron Artest,
We
bro.
just
He remind me
okay,
of
but we
Ron
just
Artest.
watched him last night
Very
get
raw.
33 points, and he was going and getting buckets. We watched him getting downhill, finishing with reverses. He's gonna continue to do that,
That was
even
off
if it's
cut.
go-to. Even if it's
So-
go-to. No, I'm talking about. I seen him on
That
the
reverse
left
layup
wing.
was off a cut. Like a lot. He made a corner three. He made a mid-range jumper when someone was gone. One of the bigs was guarding him. He made a free throw line jumper. He scored off a putback, I believe. He scored a bunch of that Euro step floater. He made
That's what I'm
turnaround.
talking about, though. That might be his go-to move.
But that
Getting
go-to's
downhill
already
with his-
there. We're talking about adding more, like based on what he did last night. Everything he did last night, besides that turnaround over Porzingis, the corner,
That
three,
little pull up in the paint, that could be his
like,
go-to
all of
move.
that stuff
He's
is
gonna
like
he's
something
gonna
he
have
really
explosive
does.
games like this, Ron. That's gonna
Like, it's
happen.
just
But
hard- it's
this
just hard
don't
for me
get
to see how
used.
it
Don't get
scales up.
used to
That's
this
all
though.
it
Don't
is.
get used to this.
What I'm saying is, I believe, similar to what we were just talking about with Jaime Jaquez, even though these are two completely different players, Amen can add a go-to move or two. So you guys just don't see the vision in him being able to add touch to his game.
No, that's not true.
No,
That's
No,
not
Ron,
true at all.
don't get used to steak and lobster, man. That tax check, that's that refund check.
I got
that's gonna
expensive
roll out,
habits,
gonna roll
okay?
out.
I just said I need to see what it looks like. I don't know how it's gonna look. It's possible
Mm-hmm.
he adds something. I'm also very interested to see how he looks in the postseason when obviously he can't.
Bard,
shoot.
I will say this. I think as somebody who is moving out, I want to move away from the media analytics side. I am very happy for you. You have a true burgeoning superstar you can watch for the next 15 years. I love that. I mean, it's rare you get that. I love that.
Yo,
Ox, you know, it's
fool
rare.
ain't finna be in Houston in 10 years.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
So don't stay in the top
Definitely
4
not
market
Mars.
in the NBA.
Well, I'm
Right.
saying Trevor Amengo's, so
Hey, for all, remember this was the same thing with Jalen Green too. Hey, for all I know, Mars gonna be in. I don't know. Hey,
When they get
Mars
a
might be in
team,
Seattle. You
when they
never
get a
know.
team,
Mars
and-
might be in Seattle.
if
You just
Amengo
never
goes Seattle,
know.
then me and a Saul Thompson fan. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Jalen
just
Green
switching
needs to
twins.
go as soon as I can sign. Just like
go.
I'm signing an executive order the
yeah,
first
I
day
just-
that free agency opens.
I just-
Jalen Green can get off this team.
Oh, it's
I want
okay. It's okay
I
when you
want
do it.
Şengün. I want whoever. He's gone. I'm putting whoever I need to put in that spot.
It's a problem when he do it.
I just
It's okay when you do it.
Me neither. No.
That's
I'm
different.
gonna be
That's
on it,
different.
like, and
Why
I'm
you
gonna
getting
take
rid of
away
Jalen
from
Green
you.
for? What did he do to
Houston are
y'all?
going through a lot of good things, so like I'm not trying to be negative, but at the same time, if we're talking about building a championship team, if I'm being 1,000, Amen is safe. Tari Eason, you keep him because
Oh my gosh.
you need Tari Easons. I think Jabari is safe because what he brings in terms of utility and shooting is wonderful. Reed Shepherd is safe because he's a rookie, so you want to see what he really has about him. Cam Whitmore, I probably wouldn't keep around for a long time. And I'm not keeping Şengün long term if I'm trying to win a championship.
Right.
Like he
Just
just
not.
there's
that
nothing
championship center.
nothing
Not a
about
championship
Şengün
center.
screams championship to me. He's the inefficient isolation face up big who's not a good defender.
You know who he reminds
Like,
me?
it just
Enes
doesn't
Kanter.
add up to me that
Enes
you're building
Kanter.
a championship around Şengün.
It's
Like-
Enes Kanter. That's kind of who he.
Wait,
I
what
don't
what players got to go?
Yeah.
Sengun.
I
Jalen,
wouldn't keep
everybody.
Cam. I wouldn't keep Cam.
Yeah.
I
Let's
wouldn't
keep
keep
Cam.
Sengun, and I don't know how I feel about Jalen.
If I can get better
Yeah.
for Jalen, which I know I can, I would get rid of Jalen too.
You build
Yeah,
you build
y'all
this
so
unit
y'all
around
gonna ruin the whole
Sengun,
squad.
Green,
Keep Jalen.
Thompson.
Y'all gonna ride at me?
Green.
That's it, Jay. That's it, Jay. You just said it.
You
You
build
just
this
said
unit
it,
around
Jay.
those guys.
Green is
Jalen
gone.
Green,
You said
Sengun, and
Bro, you
Thompson.
cannot, bro.
No.
Sengun is not
I'm
a
not
championship
winning.
center,
I
bro.
don't.
You don't know that.
No,
I said the same.
yeah, we do know that. We haven't
I said the
seen one like
same thing.
that.
I'm up here advocating. Yo, you cannot win the NBA championship with Kyle Lowry as your starting league guard. Yes, you can.
I don't know why you.
Yes,
I don't know
yes,
why
you
you
can.
wouldn't be able
Why
to
would
do
you
that.
say that though?
Kyle Lowry just is a great role
That's how I
playing guard.
can
Get rid of
perspective issue.
everybody.
What's wrong with Sengun? What's the issue? What is he going to be? How's your liability?
My issue with Sengun is the way in which he plays. I don't think is conducive to high level championship basketball.
Absolutely, he's in his
think a
canter
bit-
on the
Hold on,
highest
Jordan.
level.
Hold on,
I
Jordan.
think a big part of the reason why we struggle in the half court offensively is because we have a big who demands touches, isn't able to bang physically consistently in the post to generate efficient offense, is not as good of a passer as people say he is, and his bread and butter offensively is face-ups in the middle of the floor that waste clock and waste possessions for the efficiency of which he does it. I don't think in the half court you operate with a guy like Sengun, especially when he's so bad when he's not involved in the offense. He doesn't play in the dunker spot. He's not a good pick and roll big, and his decision making is very, very slow. You have to build the team around what Sengun brings, and I don't think he's good enough offensively to where that's a justifiable thing to do. With Jokic, it's different. He makes quick decisions, and he's the best offensive player in the sport. Even a guy like Domantas Sabonis is so good off of other people with those DHOs, with that screen setting, with the offensive rebounding, which I do like from Sengun, offensive rebounding. Sure. I do think that's valuable. And he's so much better of a finisher around the rim than Sengun is, that I just don't see the viability of a Sengun half-court offense. The reason I'm more inclined to believe in what Jalen Green can do long-term is because of the ability to generate. I don't think Sengun does consistently. And I'm also just think the high-end outcome of Jalen Green is higher. Whereas the Sengun is like...
Yeah, but no, my thing is that...
When he's flicking, can play off the ball. He's a good spot-up shooter. He's great in transition. And the way he's able to score out of pick and rolls and stuff like that is just like, that's viable offense. With Alperen Sengun, I just don't see how that's viable offense. And defensively, he's viable when he's guarding teams' worst offensive players and roams. But we're getting to a point in the league now where teams just aren't putting out bad offensive players. Now, if you play the Lakers, he's going to guard Jared Vanderbilt. That's who he's going to guard. And he's going to roam. But when you play against teams like Boston with no bad offensive players, like when Porzingis is there and Drew Holiday and Derek White and all of them are out there, he's not going to be able to guard. The reason he struggled guarding against those type of teams, he struggled guarding against Cleveland because they have nowhere to hide him. You can't hide him defensively, but you can when you guard when played OKC last year. He was guarding Josh Giddey because he just doesn't guard those people. But when you actually have to guard 5 out spacing and he has to be mobile, I just don't see how this is a championship player.
As a number one or two option.
Being wrong, and I don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I don't think he will be the number. I don't think he'll be the number 1 or 2 option if Thompson and Green
not good enough to be a third. He's not good enough to be a third.
Sengun has to be the focal point of your team in order to get the most out of Sengun.
There we
that's
go.
what I was about to say, Mars.
So the focal point of your team is good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, Mars. So two things. Number one, Mars, is it the athleticism from Jalen Green that's moving you more than it is with?
Well, it's athleticism. More than it is. It's the scoring tools. It's the ceiling. It's like the flashes. I guess the flashes of what it can be. Like I'm more inclined to believe in that because at least when Sengun has great games, which he does, because he's a really, really good player.
Sure.
That still doesn't strike me as, this is how you win a championship with Sengun.
Yeah.
When Jalen Green has good games, it's like you can win a championship with this guy on your team. It's not, it might not show up a lot. It might only be 20 games a year. It might be inconsistent. But at least I can see the avenue to where there's success with this. Yeah, with Sengun, even the goods games, it's like, okay, so you're facing up. It's taking you 12 seconds to score. It's taking a bunch of dribbles. You're still not getting other people involved out of pick and roll. You're setting selfish screens. You're not a good screener. Like, you don't space the floor. It's like, I just don't see championship with this.
And it sounds like a lot of that stuff that you have an issue with is on offense. But I think that what I move you, Mars, if I got a dirty work 4-man to protect him on a defensive end, If I got a dirty work four
No, he's
man
not
to
good
rebound the
enough
Isn't
basketball.
that what Jabari's for? Isn't that what
Not good enough
Jabari's
offense.
for?
And Jay, that's where I'm going. I don't like Jabari at the 4. I want Jabari to play the 3. I think I think he'd be
But
better.
Şengün ain't good enough offensively.
And what about Eason? Did y'all say y'all like Eason? Isn't he
I love
the same
Tyrese.
type of
I
guy?
love-
Why is this?
I like him
why
too.
is this team smacking teams around? Why are they?
That's what I'm
second
saying,
in
man.
the
They-
West?
they look
Why
good.
are they?
The regular season is not the playoffs.
I understand that. but
I
When we
agree.
get to the
I agree.
playoffs,
But
when we get to
first
the-
off, we're
when we
not
get
gonna
to the
know.
playoffs,
We're not
and
gonna
you
know
see
until they
this
get there.
half-court offense, and you see what our half-court offense looks like in the
Uh-huh.
postseason. I'm not going to be saying I told you so because I'm going to be disappointed because I want to win. But Şengün, in my opinion, he's only 22.
Two.
So there's room for him to develop. He can become a better off-ball player. But as of today, I just don't see how that's conducive to championships. Like, generally speaking, I don't like the archetype of what he is, which is an isolation big.
Mhm.
I don't think that archetype is generally conducive to championships.
Unless
And the
you
issue is he's just
Jokic.
not efficient at that archetype.
Yeah, unless you
Like,
Jokic. Yeah, he's not Jokic.
I don't think you guys know. Alperen Şengün is less efficient than Jalen Green.
Yeah, but
And the
I'm saying-
biggest issue
He
with
got
Jalen
really
Green
bad
people
touch,
have
bro.
is his efficiency. And Şengün is our least efficient, like, high-volume player. Other than maybe
Mars.
Fred.
Mars,
Like,
would
he's
you-
not efficient doing what he does.
Well, no,
Mark,
I mean,
do
he's
you like
taking
to compare-
Segun's taking 15 shots per game. Let's just say because Amir's only
He
taking
gets
9
fouled
shots
a
per
lot
game.
and can't make free throws.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying. But if Amen becomes the guy that can take the 13 to 14, 15 shots per game, Şengün's shot should drop. That's why you build around these
Yeah,
three guys.
but then the possessions he's not involved. What is
He's
he
just
doing?
not very good. Yeah, it's not very good.
And that's
No, but he's
and that's my
creating-
issue. Like, you
Yeah,
have to be able
I mean-
to play off of other people to be a secondary or third.
Mars,
offensive
do you
option.
like the? Do you
How
like
does he
the-
play off of other people?
Because now whoever's guarding him at the center position will have to worry about Brown and worry about Green and Thompson. That's what you're saying. Those are the guys you're gonna have to worry about
Şengün's
him
not
being
a
that.
play finisher. Şengün's not a play finisher, and he doesn't roll hard. So what you do is you find him in the pocket, and he takes these floaters at the free throw line, which is like,
and his
that's-
touch is ass
that's
sometimes.
shot
man.
I
making.
feel like that's
but
something
it's
we can
very
fix.
inconsistent, and then he
Yeah.
doesn't roll very hard.
I think
because
Udoka
he's
could find
just
a way.
He's not a very
Yeah, we can fix that.
explosive athlete, especially in traffic. So he's trying to finish with these touch shots, and we keep alluding to it. He's been really bad around the rim this year.
Yeah.
So like, he doesn't play off of other people well. So you have to put the offense around him, and the floor is not high enough to where you put the offense around him, in my opinion. Which is why I think if the Rockets want to reach their ceiling, ideally Jalen Green becomes a superstar, which is a very, 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 very long shot. Amen Thompson continues to develop, and you have Jabari and Tari as perfect wing role players, and Reed Shepherd becomes what Ron thinks Reed Shepherd can do. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I don't think
In hope
championships
that you can
dependent on
find
Şengün.
another big to fill in there for Şengün.
I would say a
You need
defensive big.
You need a
Defensive
rim
big.
running big or a popping big. You need a
Yeah,
Miles Turner archetype.
that was just about to say.
Lopez
Mars,
archetype.
y'all not that
A
far
defensive
off.
big.
You're saying everything has to be perfect. You guys aren't that far off.
Yeah.
You
That's
guys,
what
in,
that's
hey,
what
in,
I'm
in,
saying.
in,
I'm
hey,
not moving off of Şengün.
y'all take this how
I'm
y'all
also
want
not
to.
moving off Şengün because I don't think we're winning the championship this year.
Yeah.
So I'm continue to build with Şengün and Jalen and Amen. They're all 22. But 5 years down the line, if Alperen Şengün doesn't strike me as a championship player, I'm gonna be like, I'm not surprised that he isn't.
Right.
If Jalen Green
Hey.
isn't a championship player, I'm not gonna be surprised. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying make a trade now, be trigger happy and try get a superstar. No, build with these young guys, give them playoff experience. Maybe they can win a playoff series. Maybe they can win 2. That experience will be great for them, and then they see what they need to work on. Maybe Şengün comes back next season and he addresses the flaws I have for him. Because I'm not saying at 22 these guys are finished products, but what I am saying is right now, as currently constructed, as a player at that Alperen Şengün is currently, this is not a championship player, but he is only 22 and he can develop. So that's what I want to say. So I'm not saying trade Şengün. I'm not saying he'll never figure it out. But right now, the way he plays, you aren't winning a championship with Şengün being the focal point of your offense. That's my belief. So,
Hey, and I wouldn't be surprised, like I said earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if Şengün turned into Enes Freedom. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
He's
I
way
mean,
better defensively.
you guys
Yeah,
are the
no,
two
he's
Rockets
better than
fans.
him, of course.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
saying that's their similar. That's their bro.
Like,
I
they
thought
look
my
alike?
takes
That's it?
started
No,
controversy.
Enes-
Because you be
no,
saying some crazy
Enes-
stuff, Jordan.
Enes Freedom, first of all, Enes before he turned Enes Freedom, Enes Kanter was a very good offensive player.
He was
Like he was very good. He don't get the same shots as Şengün. He's not the focal point like Şengün, but he was a very good offensive player. I'm not making that up. Obviously, Şengün is better, but situations matter.
Did Cantor have a positive season in the NBA his entire career?
Offensively, he did.
Come on,
win.
come on.
He was
All-
a
all
really
around.
good post-up isolation scorer. He was obviously very flawed because
Come
he couldn't
on now.
defend, so he didn't stay on.
Yeah,
the floor very
meaning
well.
like, did he ever win his minutes throughout the year, or were they just?
I don't
losing
know
him because
about
he's
the
a
winners
defensive player?
minutes thing. I don't know about the what they win in the
That's
minutes.
why I was asking.
I couldn't tell you. If I'm
He
Well,
was good with
they actively hunted him every single playoff series.
Well, yeah, we
They
talking
gonna
about
do
all
Shangoon
Go
like
after
that
him.
too.
Shingun is not,
Shingun.
Shingun
We
is
talking
not
about
that
all
level
Would you
of
do
liability
Shangoon like
anymore.
that too?
No, you don't. They don't do that to Jordan.
Shangoon is a solid defender.
I promise you, they're
They
gonna
don't
do
do
that. Like
that.
you did.
They don't do
They
that. They
win
don't
in
do
the
that to
playoff.
Jordan. They don't do that to
Okay.
him. No.
Wait till the playoffs. Watch. I'm not saying I told you so.
Teams do hunt Shangoon, but he just
Everybody always says that. Wait till the
But
playoffs.
he has
That's
Dillon
when it
Brooks in
happens.
common. Like that's not
when
gonna,
it
it's not going to be the same
But you,
scenario.
but
Yeah, it's gonna happen
think about-
versus
think about what Swiper just said.
OKC. Nobody else.
Think about what Swiper just said. To actively, like, we want this dude in the action on the regular.
That's what they
Like
do.
they do Shea.
They want Shangoon and they want Jalen Green in the action. That's what they do every time. Or Fred VanVleet if it's a size.
As much
course.
as Enos Kanter,
Look how, because you guys good defenders over there in Houston. Who you gonna go after? You gonna attack Easton? You gonna attack Thompson? You gonna attack what's it called? Those guys. That's what I'm saying. You might as well attack Shangoon.
No, but Shangoon is like, he's not a good pick and roll defender.
No, I know he's not. But that's what I'm saying. But that's why they go after him.
He's
He's the worst
improved a lot.
defender on the team. He's the
still
worst
not great,
defender on the
like,
team.
Shangoon is not a good defender. He's solid, and he can have stretches where he's like extremely active defensive playmaking, which is like, this is nice. But consistently over the course of a game, yeah, teams are gonna hunt him in the postseason. And I'm not holding that against him that he's gonna get hunted, but he's
not holding against him either.
The only teams I can see that can give Houston trouble in the playoffs from how they've been playing is OKC, Denver, and LA. After that, nobody's gonna.
Hey, and I'm here to tell y'all, Houston won it with OKC.
LA.
I know how y'all feel. I know how y'all feel. Hey, Houston won it with Amen want that problem. Tari wants them problems. Dillon Brooks wants that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fred VanVleet is not tripping.
They will get swept. They aren't afraid. They will go into that believing they can win.
But they'll still get swept.
They will not.
But they'll still get
Ron,
swept.
yes or no, Ron. Yes
They
or
will
no,
compete.
Ron.
They
Yes
will
or no,
get
is
swept.
Houston asking Oklahoma City to come outside?
Yes. Yes.
It's gonna be based, but it's gonna be based off inexperience.
They calling them. They calling them.
Hold on,
Like, come
but let's
on.
be honest.
I'm
Though. It'll be
outside
based
the
off inexperience, though, Mars. It'll be based off inexperience, being that they're young.
Based off the fact that the half-court offense sucks. And the
I'm
half-court
not, but
offense
see,
doesn't
this
suck
is the
because
thing,
of
though. This is the thing.
OKC
Houston got more experience than OKC. Fred VanVleet,
Fred,
Dillon Brooks,
Steven
Steven Adams, they have more
Green,
experience.
Green.
I'm telling, like, I believe that the Houston Rockets are closer to OKC than everybody give them credit for. I know
I do.
OKC
I agree with you,
they look
Mars.
shining and
I
They
agree.
shimmering
might
right
be
now.
close, no, but they're not
They
close.
are.
I
They
think
are.
OKC
Hey,
smoked
Mars,
them
that's
in
your
5
personal
games.
opinion.
I don't think they beat them.
I
It's
really
because
believe.
we don't have
OKC,
SGA.
which
We
is
don't have an
fine, but, like,
SGA. We don't have an SGA.
You don't need an SGA.
Yeah, we do.
We need half-court offense.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
do.
do.
We do need SGA.
All right.
We do need
Hey,
SGA, Ron.
okay.
Something like
I'm
it.
saying-
Something like
but
it.
We're going
Hey,
to
no,
run
this
into
is
the
the
same
thing. So if
problems
you
offensively that
inmate
Orlando ran into last year, we won't be able to score.
Hey,
enough.
if you inmate, you know
and
to beat.
we're going to go on multiple extended scoring droughts.
Right, but see, but
Y'all
the thing
won
about
last
that,
night?
the thing
I don't know
about
about
this,
that.
so
I
when
don't know
you're playing OKC and you got players like what you got in Houston, you're trying to stay out of that half court offense for sure. You running it up, you speeding the game up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If Houston can make it fast, Ron, I'm not mad at what you're saying because they got the personnel to guard SGA. They got dudes over there that could slow some things down. And I'm just not as worried about Chet like y'all are, but
the problem,
Houston can make that a series because Inmate just got a coach. If Inmate do some coaching,
100%.
Bare minimum, they go to 6.
100%.
Inmate ain't getting swept.
The problem that we have with Houston is those scoring droughts. Oklahoma City is not going to have those scoring droughts. That's not going to happen with them. No,
not to the same degree.
No, not
but OKC not going to run like Houston either. Okay,
they'll speed the game up. 100%.
But see, if they speed the game up, that's to their detriment. Oh
no,
Houston! I'm telling you right now, Houston will beat OKC in a running match.
In fact, the reason why Oklahoma City is going to speed the game up is because they're going to get Houston to turn the ball over because their offense is so bad. That's
Houston gonna get them to turn the ball over too.
Not as much as Oklahoma. Not as much as Oklahoma City is.
Houston.
They not no punks over there.
Not as much as Oklahoma City. That rotation that Oklahoma City has, them shooting gaps, the way that they gang rebound and get out in transition with Shea and not just Shea with Lou Dort, man. And on top of that, when we get into when we get into the half court set, they actually have a guy that we can go to.
I will give him that.
For buckets.
I will
They
give him
actually
that.
have a guy.
Really two, because they got J-Dub too. So they really got two.
They have.
I'm sticking with the one guy that they have consistently that they can go to for buckets on a consistent basis. The Rockets, on the other hand, when you get into a playoff series with them, where we can specifically hone in on Jalen Green, where all of this dude does, okay, we're going to sit on that weekend, we're going to make him drive right, and we're going to push him to the baseline, and we'll make him take bad shots. Sengun, who we already talked about, that touch around the rim, if you push him away from the rim and keep that big guy on the baseline and keep Amen Thompson out that dunker spot, now we got a 6-7-0 run consistently. Where that's happening, now you way in the hole because now your offense is already bad. Plus, Oklahoma City is speeding up the game with their defense. Now it's even worse.
Shit, they're not even on that though. That whole middle was open right there for Sengun. I heard what Mark said a minute ago, but I got more faith in Sengun beating. I got more faith if I'm the Rockets winning through Sengun than OKC should have winning through their shooters. If Houston hones in on SGA, it makes Lou Dort. They can do it. They got the personnel.
Winning through Sengun.
Yeah. Exactly what he just said.
I'm rocking with Sengun.
Exactly what
I'm jumping that mid-range.
We throwing the ball to Sengun.
I'm going through Sengun.
We got Sengun.
100%. I'm going through Sengun.
Because
OKC.
Turn it over.
Yeah, but OKC is the only team though. That's the point. OKC is the only team that can give them trouble.
So when OKC is playing that pressure defense out there, that middle of the floor, all that Sengun can operate and eat right there all day. I'm rocking with Sengun.
But they won't see them to the conference finals though. That's what I'm saying. But they won't see them to the conference finals. So you're talking about Houston basically beating out other teams. So Houston is definitely a good team. They got a chance.
We're for sure a good team. We're a great team. Like we
they got a chance this year.
Games. We're a great team. Our defense is really good. Offensively, the numbers say we're a better offense than we are because like we dominate the possessions and the offensive rebounds, which I think is our way to win in series. Offensive rebounds. Amen, Tari, Steven Adams, Alperen Şengün, Jabari. Like we've got like 5 legitimately great offensive rebounders. So we might win games because we take 98 shots and the other team takes 83. Like we might win just because we get more shots up. Our offense is not going to be like efficient, but we're going to just outscore you because of possessions. That's our way to win. Offensive rebounds, don't turn the ball over, and play hellified defense and get out in transition. That's the formula. If the game gets slow and we get in the half court because we aren't forcing turnovers, we're not going to win.
Right, and that's why I said. That's the formula. Speed it up and let's go.
We have to force turnovers and we have to offensive rebounds. That's our formula to winning. And who we can beat like that, I don't know. I'm not as high on the outcome because I do think we're going to be in the half court more. And I'm very concerned about this half court offense. But if Jalen Green gets hot at the right time, if Şengün's making ridiculous touch shots at the right time, if Fred VanVleet's shooting the ball well, it's possible. It's just y'all have
to run different sets against, depending on the team. I'm more so with the OKC. And when I said win through the shooting, I know they want to win through SGA. I'm talking about you have to make them win through their shooting. You have to make them they got like how Lou Dort did the other night. You got to make Lou Dort make 5-6 threes a game. Like that's what you got.
They're willing to beat you like that too, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. They got to beat them like that.
But OKC's gonna dare us to do the same thing. Dillon Brooks gonna have to make 6 threes.
Amen gonna have to make some
Thompson's
shots.
Gonna be in that corner or that dunker spot. Amen Thompson's gonna have to create for himself in the half court. Like that, teams are gonna force that.
Right, Mars. I understand that, but
they're gonna be brutal in the playoffs. Brutal.
Right. I understand that.
He's gonna be unable to make those quick decisions. He's gonna get caught. He's gonna turn the ball over. Like. And Jalen Green, I know that.
What I'm saying is they have to. Ime Udoka has to strike first to push his issue. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, we're doing that less because we're getting up the court quick, getting spot up threes. You know what I'm saying? And getting to the rim in secondary transition and in transition. Now, if OKC can force their will on you and make you do the same thing you're making them do, you're gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying you strike first and make it to where we're directing traffic here. If you can do that,
it's a tough task. I think we can beat Memphis. Memphis is a 3 seed. I think we can beat Memphis. So
I do think.
That means you guys are in a good position, and that means you guys are in a really good position.
I just think there's a ceiling, but I think we are a really good team. And if we make the second round this year, that's a major success, and we're on the right track. And we don't need to trade anyone. I'm not trading Jalen Green. I'm not trading Şengün. I'm not trading anyone. We're not trying to get this win now superstar. Develop the young guys and see where we can go. Like that's my philosophy.
All right, y'all. We got some more super chats, so let's go ahead and make it happen. Drink More Water said, congrats, Brook Lopez, on getting 2,000 career blocks yesterday. A fun fact, Lopez has 636 games before joining the Bucks and 1,070 blocks. In 433 career games as a Buck, Lopez has 930 blocks.
Very impressive.
Brook
very
Lopez was kind of like Şengün in like New
Yep.
Jersey and Brooklyn. Like
Yep.
that, it was quite similar.
And then he changed his
Way
game.
bigger.
Obviously, the passing gap is like the
Definitely
substantial
way
difference.
bigger swiper.
But like they were kind of similar in terms of the way they were used. And I don't think that Brooklyn Brook Lopez was going to get you any championships. So, but they were quite similar. Just Şengün, obviously, the much better and more willing passer.
And then
but-
Brook Lopez changed his game.
Yeah,
Did Brook Lopez win a championship in Milwaukee? No, didn't he win a championship in Milwaukee?
Yeah, he about to win another
Yeah,
one.
but he
But
didn't
he
play.
changed
Like,
his
he changed his game.
boy. I mean, he
became
changed his game.
He became a stretch
completely.
5 elite rim protector.
We
Elite
thought
drop big.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't even know what
Predicated on the development of someone like a Giannis and all the
Nah.
stuff they got going. Same
Yeah,
thing with
so, like,
Houston,
it-
with the development of
I mean, if you're
Thompson and
projecting
Green
Brook
and all
Lopez
those
way
guys.
bigger than
Shit,
Şengün.
I guess, but like-
Brook Lopez is way bigger than Şengün. That shit ain't gonna work.
yeah, Brook Lopez is a legit 7-footer. Şengün like 6'9". But like,
That's fine. He'll be
shout out to
all right.
Brook Lopez. His transformation as a player has been really, really cool. Like, I don't
Mhm.
think I've seen anything like such a drastic difference between 2 halves of a career.
DSG Piccolo said, now, to be fair, Scoot is playing better than Scoot is playing better, but Amen, Shaden, and Denny on the break is nightmarish for opposing teams. But Scoot's 3-ball is moving up. But defense is still an issue. Could have been Amen, Flag, Tumani.
Yeah.
Amen, Flag, Tumani.
Yeah, if the Blazers had a man and they got Cooper Flag this year with Tumani Kamara, and then obviously you get Denny Avdia, you got Donovan Clingan, Shaden Sharp.
Hey,
That's
do
a
y'all
great
think do y'all think Cooper Flag is a generational player?
I think generational is a strong word. No, I don't think
Yeah,
he's generational.
I agree. I think he's a good player. I'm not sure. I'm not sold.
Generational is held for Wemby was generational to me.
Yeah.
James.
Luka was generational to me.
Yeah.
Anthony
Bron.
Davis was generational.
Did you think Cat was generational when he was coming out?
No, just a really good
LeBron
player.
was obviously generational. I think Kevin Durant was a generational prospect.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Of course.
for sure.
Was
So
John
that's
Wall
about it.
generational? Was John Wall a generational point guard coming out?
No, he was a really good point guard, but not a generational point guard.
I haven't seen a
Generational is like
generational.
Luka
The
Doncic,
only
bro.
generational point guard I've seen in the last 20 years is Luka.
Yeah. But
Steph, he
I
wasn't
don't even-
drafted
Curry was
generational,
not
but he ended
Yeah,
up,
but I'm talking about as a prospect.
he ended up being, as a prospect. But I'm
prospect.
saying he ended up being
No.
generational.
Yeah,
But
of course.
in all
So did James
honesty-
Harden. Like,
Yeah.
but as a
Look.
prospect, the only generational point guard I've seen is Luka.
But in all honesty, I like Cooper Flag, and I watch a lot of his games. He's very, very physical. That's why I said a long time ago he reminded me of Blake Griffin. I said that in high school. Now he's a little bit more skilled than Blake Griffin is, but as far as the physicality
Ben
and how he
Simmons
likes
was
to play,
generational. Sorry, I think Ben Simmons was generational.
yeah, we're gonna get back to that. But but I think Cooper Flag is very skilled. But I'm gonna just be honest, man. I don't know if he's like Blake Griffin to me, bro. Like, I know I heard Kevin Garnett. That's not no damn Kevin Garnett.
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin, as far as like being able to pass the ball, see the floor, be as physical as he is. Obviously, he's not as athletic, but he's athletic. That's Blake Griffin.
You
Like,
talk about a more mature.
he's a good
Blake
defender.
Griffin, though. You're not talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, of
He
course.
He reminds
course.
me of like a Sean Marion type. That's what he reminds me of.
Cooper Flag reminds you of that?
Yeah.
No, not to
Like,
me. He's
He's like a Swiss Army knife, super athlete.
I see Blake Griffin.
But like, I
bro.
see more offensive polish in the future. But that's what he reminds me of. He does everything.
That's Blake.
You remind
Blake
me
just
of
don't
like-
play a good defense like.
Yeah, but I
he's not a good
can't.
defender.
Cooper Flag's best trait is his defense. I can't compare him to someone whose best trait was not defense. So Sean Marion is where I would compare him to. And I don't think Ben Simmons was generational in hindsight. I actually don't.
What about Derrick Rose?
Okay.
Derrick Rose wasn't generational.
Generation, yeah,
I don't think
generation.
Derrick Rose. I don't think Derrick Rose was generational.
But he got hurt. I think if we didn't see him as hurt, I think we'd be saying he was a generation.
Jordan, do you
Just
know
like-
what generational means?
Yeah,
Generational means that 20 years after you retire, we still talking about you.
we
like
talk
that
about Derrick Rose, and he gave us like 5 good years.
because he won the league MVP. But
I
when
mean,
he was
we talk
coming out
about-
of
we talk-
college,
I mean,
Yeah, he
people
was the
talk about what
youngest to
DeMarcus
ever do
Cousins
it.
would
That's
have
what
been.
he-
Generation.
but
He's
we
the youngest to ever do it. That's generational.
But when Derrick Rose was coming out of college, that 1 year that he played at Memphis, I wasn't looking at him like Isaiah Thomas.
He wasn't
or
better than Michael
Magic.
Beasley in college.
Right. He was
Man,
not
listen,
like
y'all
that.
talking about Derrick Rose wasn't generational. He was the youngest to win MVP.
Okay,
That
that's,
wasn't him
okay,
as a
but
draft
that's not
prospect. That
talking
wasn't him
about
as a
in the
draft
draft
prospect.
though. In
Talking about
2008, when he
Isaiah
was coming out in the
Are you talking
draft.
about? Are you talking about coming out? Are you talking about coming out?
Yeah.
of the draft?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
okay,
what we're
okay.
talking about.
Okay,
We're talking about as a
okay.
prospect coming out in the draft.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
a
Ron,
prospect,
sorry.
the only generational point guard I've seen is Luka.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Sale
Besides
TV
Magic.
said, "This is my first super chat. Won some bread off prize picks, but not off y'all whack ass picks. But Big Ox Sabonis got that 21 points and secured my 6-man. Like the MF and Beam. P.S. Ron is an ill host.
I mean, if you
Garbage.
took my Jalen
Trash.
Green less, you would have won even more because Jalen Green less hit last time.
Trash.
Ron,
Read that
Mark,
last-
change that right now, bro. Change that, bro.
Don't forget the
Man,
last
it's
part of
gonna
that
be
super
over.
chat. Ron is
Ron
an L
catching
host.
strays.
Garbage.
What did I have to do with
Ron
you
is
winning?
catching stage.
Trash, Ron.
No, but I
Garbage.
mean, he was still right though. He was
Crazy.
still right.
Wow. World Peace said, I know it's early for Amen. LOL. I'm just asking him or Sean Marion.
Okay.
Amen or
He's
Sean
not better-
Marion?
He's not
Who y'all
better than Sean Marion, especially offensively. Now, defensively, I'll have the conversation. And I think Sean Marion was a hell of a defender. I'll have the conversation defensively. Offensively, nah, he's not good enough offensively, in my opinion.
Not yet.
Shit.
Ron, stop, Ron. Not yet,
Shit.
Ron. He wasn't.
I'm
Marion
not.
was
Well,
goddamn-
obviously not in
yet.
his prime. Not in his
No,
prime.
not
But
yet. And that's what
okay.
we're talking
So
about,
let's
Ron.
go to Sean Marion at 22, 21.
Right in 2001.
Well,
Well, yeah, I think Amen was a better prospect than Sean Marion was. But
Okay,
Oh,
so
of
at
course.
this moment in time, he's better than what Sean Marion is. So that's not crazy for me to think that he'll be better than Sean Marion.
okay, but he's not.
I don't even think Sean Marion's that high of a bar. I think, yo, you said Magic Johnson.
Yeah, but I'm not. But I'm not answering the question. Saying,
right.
right now, he's not better than Sean Marion. So
And
what I
number
think
two,
he can be is not relevant. Yes, I think next year he'll probably be better than Sean Marion ever was. Right now, he's not. So I answered the question as in, right now, is Amen Thompson better than Sean Marion was? No.
Shit, I was
So,
just thinking about it.
Magic Johnson is irrelevant.
All I did was think about it.
was an all-pro. Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
Realist123 said Mars knows ball.
He does.
Glaze.
Yes, he does.
Shout out Mars.
Gandhi KV2 said when Amen comes to the Knicks in 3 years.
It's not gonna happen, man.
I
The Knicks,
really
the
wanna-
Knicks
I
is
really wanna
just
see
like.
Amen.
Oh, go ahead, Mars.
I want to see Amen in the postseason because I think
Mars.
he'll be fine, but I want to see how it looks.
Look, I'm glad you up here too, Jay, with Heat culture. Because the Knicks is just like the Heat culture. Ain't nobody coming to the damn Knicks. Bro, they not nobody going to the Knicks or the goddamn Heat or Memphis. It's not happening.
Sean Marion averaged 20 and 10 at 22.
Listen, man, stay
Yeah.
in Houston with that nonsense, man. I don't want
I'm
to hear what
just
you got to
saying,
say.
ain't
George,
nobody
man. Stay with
coming to the
Houston, man.
damn
Stay in Memphis
Knicks,
and stay
bro.
in Houston.
That's crazy,
Don't-
bro.
What's
don't
Amen
worry about
averaging
the-
as a starter?
Don't worry about
Like
the city that
17,
never
man.
sleeps and worry about the city that got clubs on the beach. Don't worry about us. We good, man. We good,
I'm
brother.
just
We
saying,
good.
bro. Y'all are like the Cowboys of this thing, bro. Yeah, we gonna get them in New York.
No, that's the Clippers. The
gonna
Clippers are the
get 'em.
Cowboys. The Clippers are the
Clippers be
Cowboys.
getting people. They be getting people. The Heat
Man, he averaged
Who?
17 and 11. He ain't
The
averaging
Heat
20 and 10.
and the Knicks don't never get nobody
Yeah,
in free agency.
They got Jalen Brunson.
They got
Oh.
Julius Randle was a free agent, right?
Yeah, Julius
Oh
Randle
my
was a free
God,
agent
Morris,
too.
stop listening to
Cook,
Mark that Julius Randle.
Cook.
Go on, Ron.
Cook.
Cool, I'm
Go
cool
ahead,
with
go ahead,
Julius
Ron.
Randle. Nobody notable. Y'all get
I cooked
Mikal
him.
Bridges, Josh Hart,
I
Jalen
cooked
Brunson.
him, Ron.
Yeah,
Carry on with the super chats, man.
don't nobody want to hang out with them.
You got
We wanna
Dillon
hang
Brooks
out
and
with
Van
KD.
Vliet. You picked
We
up
want-
Van Vliet and Dillon Brooks. What you talking about over there in Houston? What are you talking about?
I agree. Nobody want to go to the Rockets. was
Steven
stinking.
Adams.
Nobody wanna come
Steven
over
Adams.
here.
These are the type of free agents y'all
Respect
getting.
Steve, respect
No,
Steve.
Steven Adams is my guy now. Steven Adams is my guy.
Best
man.
offensive rebounder in the league. Come on.
Nah,
Let's
but the
respect
Knicks are not
My
smart
bad,
enough to get
Bandit.
no Amen
Bandit
Thompson.
must be a
Yeah.
Knicks fan, man. My bad, bro. You know that. Boy, I'm have all the FCs on my trail.
Carlos Hernandez said, I know it was against the Wizards, but it was really good seeing Clay hit them threes. Also, I don't get why Jimmy thinks he's above the Heat. He hasn't won shit.
Hey, winning your conference is winning something.
Yeah, you guys really just equate everything to like championships. That's kind of
That's it. If you don't win the NBA championship, you ain't won nothing. Just so you know, there's Eastern Conference championship banners in Miami's arena.
Mhm.
So
I can show them to you if you want to see them.
they 100%
You
they're
got 'em?
Eastern
You
Conference.
stole 'em?
And don't tell
I
me
got
that that's
pictures.
not
I go
winning
to the
anything.
game. I
Oh.
got pictures. I got pictures.
I
I
was-
saw
I was
Chill
about-
last time I was down there.
Hey, I was about to say, did you steal them? I was about to say, are they looking for them? I'm just trying to figure it out.
See, I keep
We gotta-
telling y'all
we-
these
we gotta get
Jordan
on the
fans, they work with the law. Be careful with these
Hey.
Jordan fans. They work with the law. They work with the law.
Hey, man.
Drink
Hey,
More
man.
Water has been a member for 23 months. And this is what Drink had to say. I don't know if they are going to get it or if they are going to get to. I don't know if they are going to get to it, but shout out Giannis, Dame, and Middleton having a great trio game. Giannis, 64 out of 72 in the restricted area in the past 7 games, and it's 36 out of 39 in the past 4 games.
Dame's going to be an
Just
all
stick
pro.
with one of the stats.
I'm pretty confident in that. I am.
They're good.
I still
They
think
look
Chris
good.
Middleton's washed, but he had
I think he's over 2, Mars. I'm not going
Yeah,
to
it's
argue
over
that.
for him,
I
too.
do. I think he's over 2. But I think Damian Lillard's an all pro this year. Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
Burberry Rims sent through a members chat. Burberry said, "You guys make basketball fun again for me." Dub show.
No doubt.
Shout out to the
No doubt.
Burberry Rims.
That's
Burberry
nice. I
Rims
think-
probably
I think
go crazy
basketball
now. I
should
think
just be
about it.
fun to you anyway.
I like his
Basketball
avatar
person.
too. That Squidward in the little
On the 64, on about a Chevy or old school Chevy, some Burberry Rims probably hit.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it probably hit.
Jalen King said, "Daily reminder, Amen
Come on,
Thompson is
bro.
him." Also, shout out to Ox and Chill because when Dillon Brooks left Memphis, MFs was acting like he shouldn't be in the NBA, and they never tolerated that.
Hold on, Ron. Hold on,
That's
Ron.
facts. That's
Bring that
facts.
picture back up.
Yeah, that's
Why,
that.
bro?
You know who that is? Yes.
Why,
You know,
bro?
That's Andre
Why did you
Johnson
do
putting
that?
a foot. They putting a foot
Cortland
to your
Finnegan.
boy ass,
Why did he
Oh,
do that,
damn.
bro?
Damn.
Cortland Finnegan was a good ass cornerback too, by the
and
way.
he deserved that ass.
Why?
whooping,
Why
too.
he need that?
did.
Why? Because he was a dirty player. Again,
Yeah,
to
he
play
deserved
defense
that
good,
ass.
you got to have a little
Yeah,
bit of
he
dirtiness in you. You got to be a
Yeah.
little
The
bit
game he
dirty.
did deserve that. I
He
remember
deserved
that. I remember that game. He definitely deserved that ass.
He deserved that
He did.
ass whoop.
He did.
Cortland
Yeah.
Finnegan was a lockdown corner though.
To get Andre that angry, you did something.
Andre is not, and
He was
Andre
locking
not
his
kicking out
ass
like that.
up.
Andre's a pro. Andre was
He
a
was
pro.
locking his
Go ahead,
ass
Ron.
up.
Nick A said nobody wanted to come to the Knicks because Dolan. That's over now. He's out the way. We are a destination again.
Facts.
still
Leon Rose has done a good job.
Bull crap.
Leon Rose has done a good job. They turned the Knicks around. They
Who
really doing a
is
good job.
going to the Knicks? You think Anthony Edwards go to the Knicks?
Coming to
I think I
Miami?
was saying in Minnesota, man. Still trying to get him
No,
out.
he's not. They're gonna
Yeah,
lose.
he
They're
is.
gonna lose that. They're gonna lose that ownership deal, and they're gonna lose him as well. You already see him making mistakes. They're already about to trade Randall. That's what Chill said.
Well, yeah, that's what they
Man,
should.
man, nobody is going to the Knicks. I'm just saying.
Raekwon Williams said, "Just a friendly reminder that Ox was lobbying to trade him in last year."
To get him on the Miami Heat for his own agenda, not because he's whack.
Yeah, he was trying to. Yeah, he was trying to do. I
So
don't know
let's
what
stop
his
that.
agenda was, but he was being
Let's
a bitch.
chill out.
I'll take him.
But yeah, I told you guys about Amen Thompson.
He'll work in Miami. He coach is perfect for him.
Hell yes, y'all would love him. He's
Yes, we
perfect for
would.
what y'all doing.
He's perfect. Give us anybody, please.
K Spiffy said, "A step back Schmitty for the win is crazy." Also, happy birthday, J. Cole, January 28th.
Happy
Shout
birthday.
out to J.
The
Cole.
real
Shout
is
out
back.
Jermaine-
The
shout out
feel
Jermaine
is
Cole.
back. The flow banana is here. Peeled is back. Shout out J. Cole.
Ah.
MTHJ301 said, "Forget that. The men, Green, Brooks / Eason, Jabari, Shangoon lineup will feed generations."
Yeah,
They got a generational lineup.
They got a good team.
They do. They got a good team.
They got a good coach, and they all fit in line. They got good chemistry.
Yeah, they do.
All you need to continue to win. They doing
Yep.
good.
They got a good team.
Nick Dims said, "Levine to Milwaukee seems to be heating up.
No, it's not.
Would he put the Bucks over the edge?"
No, it's not. No, it is
Why-
not.
I
Why-
think they would have
No,
to make
Are
that
the
fit.
Bucks?
They would
Are
have
the
to
Bucks
make that
actively
fit.
trying? I think the Bucks just want to trade Middleton's contract, and that's
Right.
just his contract. It's nothing else. They just want to get rid of that contract.
So the Heat
The
might
Bulls
get
ain't
we
taking
want-
that.
we wanna
the
win
Bulls
the
ain't
No, that's
taking
the
that money.
problem. That's the
The
problem.
Bulls ain't taking that money.
All three
Bill
of those
and
teams have
Levine-
the same
Oh.
problem. Nobody wants Jimmy's money. Nobody wants Bill's money, and nobody wants Middleton's money.
No, nobody want that money. No.
Nobody want those monies. Yeah.
William Harris Jr. said, "I know this is a sports show, but Trump on a dictatorship run. Break it down, please, Swiper. Swiper's
Damn.
not here, and we will not talk about Trump or politics on this show unless it's NBA politics in the front office,
There
like
it
we
is.
did with Pat Ryan."
There it is. There it is right there. There it is. Shout out Death Row Heat.
Carlos Hernandez said, "Like I said yesterday, I see Houston being the better team in the upcoming years. OKC is too soft. It may got Houston playing like dogs."
They do. They got some good players over there, man. They do.
Mm.
It's gonna be hard to keep all those guys as well, though. It's gonna be hard to keep them.
CKF said, "Don't look now. The Knicks are 1 game back from the 2 seed on the Celtics.
I ain't gonna look then.
Don't look now.
They actually
Don't look
tied. They're 1 game back. Yep, they're 1 game back from the Knicks. On the
I told there's only 4 teams that are true title contenders right now. The rest is just around. But the Knicks are one of those 4 teams. They're good.
If I'm not
Dubs
mistaken,
Bestie said to the panel, "Do you believe in love at first sight? Do y'all believe in love?
What's up with these avatars, yo? What was that?
At first sight, possibly
like
when I walk into a Turkish nightclub,
You feel me?
and I see them hips, going on.
You feel me?
I'm like, chill. Chill said that's just the first one. We got to see who else is in the building.
No, because I don't speak Turkish, so I just need to get to where I need to. I walk in that Turkish nightclub and I see them hips, and my eyes go, "Excuse me, who are you?"
Okay.
That's
Love
what
at
I
first
do.
sight. There go Jordan. Love at first sight.
Hey, I'm only here for a few nights anyway. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do.
Masinko said, "Let the congregation say amen."
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Twin
Yes, we
Nation
come on,
sent through an empty super chat, but shout out to Twin Nation. Thank you for sending through those couple dollars. Drip Bailey said, "Start bench cut, Hart, Amen, and Fat." He's talking about Fat Lever rebounding.
Fat Lever? Can't be talking about Fat Lever.
If he's talking about
Josh,
Fat Lever.
talking about Josh Hart, Amen, and Fat Lever.
Yeah, as rebounders. Start bench cut. Sure, you got one.
Well, I mean, Amen is a good rebounder. Oh wow, this is tough.
I'll start Fat Lever. I'm benching Hart and I'm cutting him in. He ain't been around long enough.
Yeah, I'm starting Hart though.
Void Century said Jabari Smith gonna be in Europe too as a top 3 pick.
No,
Damn, he gonna be playing for Fenerbahce.
No, he is.
He gonna be playing for
not.
Efes. He gonna be playing for Besiktas.
Panathinaikos.
Nah, that's bugging. They bugging.
One Havoc 27 with the last super chat of the day said, "Wasn't they saying this about Jokic in his 4th season? That he wasn't a championship type center?"
Yep.
That was going on. I do remember that.
All right, y'all. Well, it's been amazing. It's been a hell of a show. Y'all make sure to follow Drenchman Sports on all platforms. Make sure to follow Chilltown Hoops on all platforms. And Jay, where can we find you?
Yes, indeed. Like I told y'all, you can find us on Goat James Kingdom right here on YouTube. We're also on all other platforms. We go live every Sunday noon doing the Lord's work, and every Friday night with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. That's me here, A. Johnny the Exposer. Thanks so much, Ron. Thank all you gentlemen for letting me come up and have a great chance to talk basketball. It was a great show. Thank you so much.
Hey, be careful when you come on this dude's show because he will definitely pull up the curtain on you. So be careful when you come on his show. So yes, he will. He will expose you.
Y'all, we will be back tomorrow. We got 2 special guests coming on tomorrow too, so I can't wait to make it happen. We'll catch y'all at that time. And also too, just a friendly reminder: the SEC is not good at football anymore.
Hey,